We are recording. We are live.
Mother of God.
Is it one of those airline water bottles that'll cost you like an arm and a leg as well?
Like the ones we got from Winter Castle, dude.
Yeah.
That day was so hot.
That was a good day. That was fun.
They were capitalizing human survival that day. There was a bunch of comments on the last video. There's a bit of a mixed bag about how people feel about the new format.
Mm-hmm.
Mostly good, though, to be fair. Mostly good. However, one thing that there was a couple of comments, I'm sure you've seen them, Moots. One thing that there was a couple of comments that people say they missed is they miss me roasting the three of you at the start of the podcast.
Of course.
They miss me introducing everyone with just horrible insults. I thought I was taking a step towards being a better person. I didn't realize that I was damaging our brand.
Yeah, but better get to it now.
Yeah,
this is the Colosseum, son. You want to see blood, not fights.
They want to see blood. Yeah, I got to apologize, humble audience. I haven't actually thought of any insults for them today. However, I promise next time we do a recording, I will find some way of abusing Moots' height, Aaron's intellect, and Croc's something. I'm not sure what. Yeah, I'll think of something.
He's kind of a walking punchline, to be fair.
Well, I think Croc's like outright we've all known each other for years now, and Croc's just outright refused to like show us what he looks like. I mean, I've seen his forehead and it was vast, but that's like that was it. That's all I've seen.
See, I've talked to one of his buddies. We play the finals together sometimes, and he's a cool guy, cooler than Croc, to be fair. But I asked him. I was like, "Is Croc bald?" He's like, "No, Croc's not bald." He's like, "He's got like a buzz cut."
I see.
I don't have a buzz cut.
Lies.
You can't actually trust anything he says. Just in
do you want
general.
to give us his name and address so we can dox him on the podcast right now?
Hey, yeah, sure, why not?
So he agreed to it. He was already admitted he lives down the road from Croc. We're in.
Yes, there we go.
We can use this to find Croc's address. Excellent.
Croc really is the like most mysterious out of all of us. Like we've never seen him. We have no idea where he lives. We've only ever heard his voice.
Who's Croc?
Oh, I see. Yeah,
I'm actually just a collective hallucination. You three just periodically take breaks during recordings.
You creature, just.
I don't know.
Big question mark.
I think Croc's some sort of anomaly.
Not
like an SCP anomaly. That would actually be cool. More like an anomalous fart. You know, the kind of fart that manifests when you know you haven't eaten anything that should be causing you bowel movements or anything problematic. You know,
like the sort of one you let loose in an elevator without meaning to.
Yeah,
gas the room a little bit, and it's like, oh,
yeah.
It's the kind of fart you failed to cover with a cough. Right.
Yeah. He's like that little trinkle of piss that like wasn't safe to like close your pants on. It just goes, you know.
I think you sufficiently insulted me. That's good.
Yeah, we got there. Right, Moots is next. So,
oh no!
We'll save Moots for next time. I think with the phrase "trinkle of piss," that's our cue to move on to the actual podcast, perhaps. So, hello everyone. Welcome once again to another episode of the Astartes Anonymous podcast, where today we are going to discuss the 40K aeroplane seating arrangement from hell. But first, before we get there, we must.
That's a good question. So, where is the plane going?
We'll work that out in a minute. We'll work that out in a minute. Let's get to the main segment first, and then we'll work out where the plane's going. Hopefully,
I have an idea.
I think this is more of a. The journey is more important than the destination sort of situation. But we'll work that out in a little bit.
I mean, considering the occupants of the plane, I don't think the plane is making it to its destination.
I hear that like airplane like staff are heavily armed these days, so I wouldn't count it too much. Right, moving on to our models of the week. Aaron, would you like to go first?
Why, yes, I would.
It's coming. It's coming.
He comes.
He's
gonna do it.
Bullshit.
He's coming.
He's gonna do it.
Brace.
Kenny?
Oh,
Oh.
525.
is he doing it?
Come
There we
there
go.
we go.
There we go. He made it.
So, from here, we have this wonderful little mini done by Minus, and it is your classic Nurgle Tallyman, but he's done in this really nice blue with this peacock feather pen, and just looks very fucking nice. He's done the worm vein on the back, much justice. Very good. Very good. And he's even given him a little black thong on his ass, if you can see that. It's quite wonderful.
Oh, I see it. Oh,
I wish I didn't.
No, dude, that's not even a thong. That's just shade paint. He is just caked up that bar in real life, dude.
it's fun
Nurgle's
because
all about, like, the tolling of the bells. It's not the tolling of the bells, it's the clapping of ass, and they signal you.
it's fun because these sort of plague demon minis don't actually often have clothes. Like, as someone who's painted up a bunch of plague bearers before, none of them have any clothing of any kind, and yet somehow plague bearers with bare ass cheeks is a visually more acceptable thing than seeing this guy with a black thong.
But he's done all the little bits and bobs, lots of justice, like the pustules and the feather and the little nurgling fella eating the paper like a living shredder.
I was gonna say it's really clean. I'm just looking at there's no the amount of like pencil. I forget what it's called. The fucking paintbrush control here. I think is really good. I don't see any like overspill or anything. It's looks really, really nice, and the shading and the values of the paint is really sweet.
Yeah, excellent job, Minus. Right, moving
my
on.
favorite bit's the mouth.
To our next one. Croc, would you like to tell us a little bit about the one you've chosen? It's coming.
Hello.
Stand by.
I forgot. Okay, it's good.
There it is.
So keeping the grandfather Nurgle train going, I've been keeping up with this one as it's been getting done in our little secret experts ecclesiarchy chat, where all the big and nerdy brains go to talk about secret plots and all that.
Well, why are you in there?
Why aren't you in there is the real question. I think you'll know the answer.
Fucking head admin privileges, dude.
Anyway, as I was saying, this is one of my favorite models of all time. It's the old Forge World resin Demon Prince of Nurgle.
Yeah.
Who has the fucking triple guns hand. I just think I think he's sick. I think he's so cool. And Borks has done an amazing job. I know there's actually, another interesting little factor. It's not only is this guy's paint job really good, but if you look on the basic, there's a dead Kriegsman in the gunk pool.
Yes.
Unknown gunk. Which, also, if you've been keeping up with what Borks has been up to outside of this, you'll know that Borks is working on a Chaos Warhound Titan, and it is likely this guy will slot into the base of it.
Oh, that's very cool. That's very cool.
Wow.
I have seen a couple of work in progress images of said Warhound Titan, and he is giving it the Nurgly treatment. But this is a little bit of a kit-bashed Demon Prince as well, because there's a fair few things on here that aren't actually from the model. For example, the horde of flies on his back is most definitely from another kit.
Some typos.
There we go. Yeah. But it looks very good. The base has loads of detail. In fact, I think that I don't want to like disrespect the model, but like the base is just, it tells so much of a story that I can't really take my eyes off it. Like the Krieger's had half his face just kind of melted off as he has this disgusting Nurgling just stood shitting on his chest. Wonderful model box.
And keeping the same train going, this Demon Prince is caked the fuck up. Look at that shit, dude.
Yeah.
You can see 1, 2, left, right.
Yeah.
Bit of slime in the middle.
Slime in the middle. Yeah.
One of his ass cheeks is red raw, dude. being slapped so much by the other great cleaners.
To be fair, I swear in one of the Dawn of War games, there's an attack you can get like one of your great and clean one to do, where he just straight up spread ass cheeks, shits at the enemy team.
Oh, he also,
Yeah.
Shoots out a bunch of nerdlings as well. It's great.
It's violent and absolutely Taco Bell pilled. Right, let's move on to the next one. I'm going to take the next one. We'll do yours at the end, Moots, because you are an animal. So this one was picked by me, and so this is from a user in our Discord called, if I can find it, I didn't write it down anywhere because I'm a foolish man.
Foolish boy.
You know, I don't know. I'm gonna have to go look for it. You guys can discuss the old one eye whilst I go find who made this model real quick.
No, he slapped incredibly hard.
This is what the hell? Why does it keep bringing me to?
Oh, it's because he posted it in a circle and then he forwarded it to posted it.
Yes, I've created a paradox. I've created a loop. That's why I'm going looking for the name again.
Format right first time. This fucking
it's from a patron in our Discord called Marcafe. Thank you, Marcafe. Sorry, we were saying yes.
Speaking of values, this is absolutely fantastic. The choice of like this red and this blue, and how the blue transitions from that really nice dark color to like that slightly, lighter shade. It's this is so cool. The base just lifts it all as well. Like the blood, just like it's like It's so red orangey, and then like the blue just pops so hard, and the bone as well. It's very good stuff.
Yeah, well, that's always the big sort of thing about High Fleet Behemoth, the lovely contrasting reds and blues. It looks really, really good. I think in some of the older artwork for High Fleet Behemoth, in fact, actually some of the newer models that GW have done is as part of the 10th edition push shows High Fleet Behemoth being more sort of red and black than actually black and blue. But I got to be honest, this way of doing it, where the blue is really poppy and really heavy, contrasting against the red, is absolutely my preferred way of doing it. I think it looks really lovely.
Yeah, this is gorgeous.
And once again, we have a corpse on the base of, I'm going to call that a Dark Angel, perhaps? Maybe? Green Space Marine with a gold or bone-colored Aquila? Perhaps a Dark Angel. Unfortunately, terribly sorry, audience, but Old One Eye is not caked up to the nines like our last ones. But, not everyone needs cake. Sometimes you just need a Tyranid with one eye.
I need cake.
Yeah, you need cake.
Unacceptable, really. But this boy is actually very nostalgic for me. The old High Fleet Behemoth Old One Eye. Because this was the first painted mini I had. Back from my old Apocalypse box of Tyranids, where I got all the big fuckers from.
Yeah.
And my buddy Dan painted this guy up for me. Because I was like, I had no idea what I was doing. So I was like, I'll paint a little guy. Do you want to paint one of the medium guys? He's like, yeah, sure. Took this guy and he did an absolutely smashing job on him. Like, probably very, very similar quality to this one.
Yeah.
So I was like, damn. I thought it was my one at first, someone posted when I saw this. I was like, what the fuck? Wait a minute.
Shout out to Dan.
Very good stuff. Yeah, shout out to Dan. Big up.
How's it going, Dan?
Shout out to my buddy Dan.
You've met Dan.
I know. We've all met Dan.
No, Tom has.
Have you not met Dan?
No,
I don't think so. No,
he looks like a very buff homeless
looks
guy.
like Crow.
I don't know. I know what Crow looks like in my imagination.
His dad is homeless, so it's kind of a.
What?
I regret opening my mouth.
Okay. But no, I decided to keep Moots away from Dan because the pure, raw, latent autism that would have.
Why did I know you were going to say that?
Between that would have been far too powerful for us to comprehend.
It'd have been like that. I can't remember that one TV ad where a guy straps some buttered toast to the back of a cat. And tries to drop it, creating an infinite energy loop. Would have caused a singularity in the middle of stains had he done that. Right, Moots, give us our last model of the week. That is not a model of the week because by peer pressure, we have decided to introduce the occasional bit of user-submitted artwork in the Discord to the Models of the Week segment. So we will end up renaming the segment at some point, but for now we can just roleplay that this is a model, I guess.
Yeah.
So, Moots, if you'd like to slap that on the screen for us.
Of course. I had it all prepped, and then I forgot to press what channel I wanted to send it to. So I'm very good at this. There we go. This is a wonderful. So the picture here doesn't show it, but this is actually a little animation of a little Votan. It just bounces a bit up and down, and I just thought, man, that's really cool. The art besides just the art being super nice. I don't know if it's like so this is by Coffee Warlock, by the way, and I don't know if it's like a just PNG that they've animated somehow, or by using some, I don't know, VTuber program or something, or if it's like a 3D or something. I think it is you can do like weird riggings in like Adobe After Effects or something. But yeah, I just thought it was really neat.
Yeah, it's very cool. This is from the Trans-Hyperion Alliance League of Votan. That's one of the 4 or 5. Sorry, that's one of the 5 really, really big ones. In fact, I think the correct me if I'm wrong, but the Trans-Hyperion Alliance are the kin who are a part of that one really outstanding Tyranid Votan diorama at Warhammer World, the one where they're like raiding the ship and excavating it.
Oh yes,
yeah, the alien reference, of course.
Yes,
very
with
cool.
the little eggs in the back and the hidden Tyranids. Yes,
it tells a hell of a story. It's very
when I saw the like egg hunt they had going at at Warhammer World, I was surprised that part of the thing wasn't like actually part of the egg hunt, because there's literally a bunch of eggs.
It's a hell of a missed opportunity, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
It's a hell of a missed opportunity.
Cool.
I'll tell you what. I'll put that on the. I'll put that on the screen now. There we go. Just so you can all see what we're talking about. It doesn't really show up in this image, but it's kind of hard to get it to show up in an image because it's so well hidden. But one of these side rooms has hidden away, just tucked away at the back, like an egg room of Tyranids, just waiting to sort of be uncovered. But yeah, very, very cool. One of I think one of our collective sort of favorite dioramas at Warhammer World is this one for sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
I mean it's more lore than GW has released for the Votan in so it's always nice seeing some representation.
A little bit in a Kill Team expansion. Oh yeah,
of course, and we're obviously just ignoring the book they released as well, whenever that was.
I haven't read it. Ego doesn't exist.
Ah, yes, of course.
Everyone knows this. This is exactly how it works. Come on.
Yeah, I've not read the High Karl's Oath yet. Haven't heard very good things about it though. So hopefully, the next Votan book that comes out will be a nice big swinger, because apparently this one was like very. Again, I haven't read it. This is secondhand information, but apparently this one was not very grim dark, and that doesn't necessarily mean it has to be all horrible and dark and awful. It just needs to like represent the themes of 40k, and apparently it just doesn't do that. So that's very sad. But I will read it at some point. Maybe I'll turn around and say that I'm wrong today. But we do love some Votan, and we do want some really good representation for the Votan at some point. So yeah, let's fingers crossed that we get more Votan stuff coming up. Always happy to show some Votan. This is it's such a model. It's a piece of artwork, but it's such a model,
Yeah, and it's real nice art by Coffee Warlock as well. Good job.
So thank you, Coffee Warlock, and Marcafe, and the other two, I guess. Right, moving on to our main segment, gentlemen. The segment we have for today is just the worst. So we came up with this idea. This was Moots' idea. We came up with this idea.
Oh yes, blame it all on me again, just like you did the Gretchen one. Although that was complete. Okay, this was my idea though, but the Gretchen one was yours, so you tried to blame that on me.
I was pretty sure it was your idea as well, but it's fine. You're gaslighting live right now. Terribly unfortunate. No, so this was basically Moots' idea because he got inspired by a MTG meme, and he thought, oh, we can retrofit this for 40K. And we ended up coming up with some stuff that was just terrible. Just like absolutely terrible. So let me see if I can get this on the screen. It would help if I could remember how to copy and paste. There we go. That should be on the screen about now.
And you educate me about tech stuff. Yeah.
So, as you can see, you can actually currently what you'll be able to see is the left side of the plane. But as we go through, as we get a bit further on, you'll see the right side of the plane. So basically, we're just going to go through these one by one and see what fresh hell we can stir up. I think that sounds about right.
Yeah, so the idea is basically we have a number of available seats to us. And they're all terrible. They're all terrible, terrible choices. And we are going to have to discuss which seat is the most optimal out of all of these seats. So here's the idea I had of where the hell this, I guess, ship / I don't know, Space Hulk is going. And that is towards the only place where most of these characters have actually been involved, as far as I know, which is, of course, Cadia pre-explosion. So
was this it? Is this just before the fall of Cadia?
Of course, yes.
I'm not sure Goj Van Dyer and his feet were. You were pretty sure he was a bit dead before then. But you know what?
That's why I said most of them. All right.
No. This is the internals of the Blackstone Fortress before it hits Cadia.
Yes, of course. The captain just goes, I'm sorry, everyone, please stay seated. We're having some turbulence. As Abaddon just ramps the fucking ship.
It only makes sense that Margaret Thatcher would be on the Blackstone Fortress as it fell. All right, let's get started. So, gentlemen, our first one is the seat between Rogel Dawn and Perturabo. So I think this was like one of the first ones that we put down because it was just kind of like it's a little tame now. I think about it, I almost want to go as far as say a little bit boring, but it's like, how can you fathomably do a list like this or a thing like this without including the classic defensive versus offensive autism combo? You know what I mean?
Well, boy, do I have an answer for you.
Uh-huh.
So, I think physically sitting in between these two, from a logistics standpoint, is going to be cramped as shit. These are two Primarchs. They're fucking massive, you know? You're going to have, like, both your shoulders budged in, have to ask Dawn for some peanuts as the thing comes past, crush your shoulder as he passes the back over because he knows his own strength. But I think these two would be in complete silence. However, you know how on the back of the seats in some planes they have the little screens so you can watch movies and stuff? And you can, like, play games with other people on the plane?
Yeah.
They'll just be sat playing games on that, and you'll just hear Perturabo getting increasingly agitated as Dawn keeps winning.
Is that it? You've just decided that Perturabo would just keep losing?
Yeah. Because I'm on the podcast, I get to make the arbitrary decisions.
I realized what would be very funny is we'd have if we had placed Perturabo where switch place with Rogel and Perturabo. So if Rogel Dorn would have wanted peanuts from the trolley, he'd have to go for ask Perturabo, and he'd just go like, "No, brother,
I think
guy peanuts."
I think Croc's mostly right in a sense that like there's not going to be an awful lot of talking. It's just going to be some begrudging sounds and looks. However. This is at least a 300-hour flight. So at some point, Perturabo is going to need to use the bathroom. I would be willing to bet that's when the shit hits the metaphorical fan, because he's going to have to get past Dawn, And Dawn is not good at letting Perturabo get past him.
You know that a video, I think the song is just called "The Wall."
It's a song.
The song is just called "The Wall," and it's like you can't go through it, can't go around it.
It's that old Dark Souls 3 meme.
Yes, it was exactly in the back of that. That was my next bit. I imagine that would just be the internals. It's just that everything that song talks about is exactly what Perturabo would be feeling in that instance of trying to get around through Votan.
Now, I don't think this would be an all that terrible seat, to be honest. I mean, as you say, it would get the shit will hit the fan when Perturabo needs to go take a look. I was about to call him Latinarbo.
do you want to tell the audience about Latino Rabo?
Sure. So Latino Rabo is what came to be earlier today when Tom sent me a video of because he had got a notification from YouTube about how our video of the dub of my comic with Perturabo smashes Fulgrim's face in had been used somewhere, and it was someone who done a Latin fan dub of it.
Spanish.
Latin.
Latino. I mean Latino.
I can't wait for the
Latin
Tower of Babel
awesome.
version, dude. Yeah.
It just says, so it's like exactly our thumbnail, but they just added Latin on top of it. And when I saw that, I just went, oh my god, Perturabo is Latin. Latino. I don't know why I keep saying Latin, but yeah, no, it's and so now he's Latino Rabo. That's his.
Just for a bit more context, audience, it rubbed us the wrong way a little bit because they didn't credit Moots. So the artwork itself and the sound effects. So the artwork was done by Moots, the sound effects were done by me, and the video was by me. But the artwork and the comic was all Moots. So it's like there's no real expectation to do anything particularly special if someone else wanted to dub it. The only expectation is to credit the artist because the whole video was the art. And they couldn't even bring themselves to do that.
I mean, like, I was like, well, they had already taken the entire video and then just, sorry, this is a way fucking off topic, by the way, but they had taken the entirety of the video that Tom had made of my comic and just removed the last part where it's the credits.
Oh, yeah, they redubbed it, kept all the sound effects, and then just removed the credits where you get credited. Just actual, like, forehead mentality. All right, whatever. Right, moving on. So next one, we've got. I want to start getting through. So we've got 22 of these to get through, boys. We've got a few of these. So we're moving over to the double aisles now. So the double aisles are a bit different. This one is like, you might think this one is a bit of an easy one because you get the outside lane. Unfortunately, the person on the inside is something called a Warrior of Toru. Do you gentlemen know what that is? Or should I quickly explain?
No. I have never heard of that in my life.
That's okay. So these guys were a lesser known type of mutant or abhuman that was around during the Horus Heresy. But to make a very simple version, a simplified sort of version of what these are, is they were used by the Night Lord's Legion during the Thramis Crusade to fight the Dark Angels. The Warriors of Toak were essentially rabid ogrins. Like, just backwards ass, just hyper-violent ogrins. That's the gig. That's the whole gig. Sat to your left, you have an ogrin who is fentanyled up to the gills.
Yeah, it's pretty accurate. So, like, and then you also have to take into consideration the person that is on the other side of the row. Now, in this case, I want to say it's not the most terrible, right? You got Rogel Dorn. I think Rogel Dorn is much better to have on the opposite end, where it's like, okay, I can still reach for the peanuts and I can go to the bathroom whenever I want. But yeah, Warrior of Turok is a fun one. I don't know. It's like,
if you think Perturabo needing to get up and take a piss and move past you is bad, this is going to be infinitely worse. I don't think he's going to ask to move past you. I think he's just going to march over you.
Has everyone here played Mortal Kombat 10?
No.
A bit?
It reminds me of a grab Shao Kahn had, but instead of just like, if you got a back grab, I think it was, he'd just walk on your joints over you with audible crunching sounds. And that's all that came to mind.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, he just walks through you like you're not even there, and you just get crushed like
see if I can
under his mass. You know,
you reach out for Dorn, and you're like, help.
I think it's quite fun though, because like given the fact that there's presumably going to be some big security on this airline, because they're going to have to deal with Primarchs, right? So like the airline is going to be run by some really big boys, you know. I think despite that, this is one of like the few entries on this list who's going to need to be like straight-jacketed into their seat. Like surprisingly, most of the people on this list, to a degree, can be reasoned with, or can have like motivations to be reasoned with, right? This is not one of them.
No.
This is not an individual who's ever sat still.
It's there's an appropriate way to think about this. Imagine the situation, yeah? You're trying to go on a holiday somewhere, and you look at the tickets, and they're all just really fucking expensive. But then you see a ticket marketed as free. You're like, well, this is too good to be true. There must be some terms and conditions. And the terms and conditions are, you must hold this gift basket full of bananas. The whole flight. It's like, oh, wow, free food and a free flight. That's excellent. You get there, and there's all the airline stuff like, oh, you're the sacrifice. You're like, well, what do you mean? They take you to your seat, and there is a fully grown, battle-scarred silverback gorilla sat there with like a mousetrap set up by its nuts. So as soon as it sits down, it's getting clasped, and you are in between that thing and the exit, holding a bag of bananas. You know?
Yeah. I think this is like one of the only seats on the plane where there's no perfect series of words or even like MacGuffins in 40K that keep you from getting turned into jam. I think this is one of the few seats that is just instantaneous death. Just because it's like, it can't be reasoned. You can reason with demons. There's ways you can reason with demons. You can reason with space marines. But you can't reason with, what did you say? A rabid gorilla?
A rabid battle-scarred silverback gorilla.
You don't reason with that.
Or a mousetrap out to go off on his nuts.
The nut trap, yeah.
Nut trap.
Like
he's got one of those very human design seats where you sit down on it, it shoves a pole up your ass to stop fed.
The design is very human.
And then it's cute in, yeah, and he's off on one.
It's like the best outcome in this scenario is that it grabs you by the leg and drags you down the aisle with you to go to the toilet, and not just to watch.
He looks at you, stares you in the eyes, and says, "Oh, great! Yeah, I knew I was going to need toilet paper."
You know, Ryanair. I think it was Ryanair a good while ago tried to implement like $1 airplane seats, but it was an attempt to cut costs, but they got rid of a chunk of seating, and it'd be a standing zone.
Oh, yeah.
Your £1 ticket, whatever it would be, to be stood for the whole flight. And it's very reminiscent of that, but so much worse.
Right, let's move on to the next one. So, next up, we have the seat where you have to sit adjacent to Be'lakor and Vashtor. So anyone who knows anything about Vashtor knows that these two kind of threw hands during Vashtor's somewhat maiden voyage in the setting as a character, where I am grossly oversimplifying this, but Vashdor was essentially out to steal some MacGuffin to turn him into like MacGuffin to turn him into some sort of like deity, and Be'lakor was like, no, the Pantheon says no, I'm going to beat you up now.
Okay, you misunderstand. Be'lakor was just there for the love of the game.
Was he really?
Be'lakor was stopping Vashdor, not because he cared about what Vashdor was doing, but because Vashdor was getting too big for his britches, and Be'lakor ain't about that.
There can be only one chaos, demon prince of chaos undivided, or what?
as Be'lakor was fighting Azrael fresh out of the Rubicon, Be'lakor teleported a bunch of guys in there to just fight everyone, and then fought Vashdor on the surface of the rock, just to stop him getting away with what he was getting up to. No other reason than that. Bellacor's just like that, you know? He when it comes to like haters in 40k, he's the fucking patriarch of them all. Don't call him the first shadow for nothing. So you are sat next to the fucking grade A hater himself and grade A hate E.
And Predator, dude.
I think this might actually be an okay seat, to be fair, because as long as I've just realized, as long as Vashdor is on the other side, Be'lakor is going to be more interested in him than you, because Be'lakor does not like Vashdor. I think the worst thing you're going to get is like, I think Vashdor's the threat. Vashdor's the threat, because Be'lakor as a good entity of Chaos of Undivided is going to be like, okay, I give this guy one opportunity to submit to Chaos, right? But it's not going to come across like that. It's going to come across as him like nudging you on the leg and say, look at this loser over here, and then he's just going to point at Vashdor. And so like your options are to say nothing and have Be'lakor think you're a wuss and get stomped, or to join in on ganking Vashdor and then risk Vashdor turning you into some sort of sentient cheese grater when he gets up to go to the bathroom.
You will be fine ammunition for my cannon.
You take your opportunity to flick a peanut at Vashdor when you're like, Vashdor just gives you one stare, and then you know you're going to be turned into a very bad toaster when you're.
No, the way you survive this situation is when like Vashdor and Be'lakor start talking shit to each other. You're the guy there saying to Be'lakor, like, "You're gonna let me get away with saying that, man? I wouldn't stand for that."
Go with them both.
You're gonna be his biggest fan. That's the point where he just stops caring about you, and it's like, no, he's right. No, I'm not letting him fucking get away with that. And then they start clobbering, and then they decompress the whole plane, and everyone dies. But it's better than the
plane is bullshit proof.
Bullshit.
Don't ask me how. For this hypothetical to go anywhere, the plane has to be bullshit proof.
I mean, it's a Blackstone fortress, right? So it still has to go into Cadia. Like timeline can't be changed.
It's worth noting, if you take Be'lakor's side, Vashdor will absolutely take away your in-flight entertainment and lock your seat in an uncomfortable position. Like, he'll tap his big forge hammer and your screen will just gone.
Suddenly you can't watch the Lord of the Rings extended trilogy, and then you're going to have to sit raw dog the 300-hour flight.
Have you guys seen the first Transformers movie, the Michael Bay one back in 2007, right?
Yeah.
So so this is what's going to happen if you piss off Vashdor. So that scene near the end of the movie where Shia LaBeouf is like running through New York, and he's got the cube, right? And he sort of falls over and hits the ground with the cube briefly, and it lets out this little green shockwave that sort of starts transforming various machines around him into like living little things, right? And he ends up landing on like the hood of someone's Range Rover. And then we pan to a camera inside the car, and this woman's just sort of like getting arsey with him. But the cube has made the car come to life. and the steering wheel becomes like an alien face hugger and grabs her face.
Yeah.
By the way, that lady's definitely dead. The film does not come back to that moment at all. That woman 100% died. But if you piss off Ashtor, that's what's going to happen to your in-flight entertainment system. It's going to come to life and it's going to grab your face.
Yep.
Yeah, but accurate.
No more extended trilogy Lord of the Rings for you. Sad.
All I was thinking of was the chair would go all the way forward, leant all the way forward, and like your little dinner tray be jammed into your the whole time.
Well, no, you have some like infernal mechadendrite sprout from the back to kick your chair.
Actually, I don't know. I think perhaps maybe Vashtor might be a bit more of a bitter character. It's the kind of thing where you get up to go to the bathroom and you come back and you don't have a chair anymore.
Yeah, it's gone.
You get the Ryanair experience from that point onwards.
The chair is just sentient and talking to Vashtor, and it's like, no, you can't sit on me. It's like they're scratching your chins.
Right, gentlemen, moving on. Next up, we have number 4. So you get to be crammed against the window seat. And next to you have none other than the Homunculaba.
See, in my mind, this seat is one of the situations where you're sat there at the gate, your plane's been overbooked, and they're going, there's nothing I can do for you, sir. There's nothing I can do for you. And then she pokes her head into the plane, and the seat's magically empty because someone's just fallen into the Homunculaba trying to take kids or something, and they're not getting them back out. And it's like, oh no, your seat's just opened up, actually. Throw in the house, Could
you imagine the smell? It's sat next to this thing. The fucking smell would be absolutely chronic.
Well, like, it'd be worse if the guy came out mid-flight as a space marine, like newborn.
Oh no.
No skin, no nothing, just screaming.
Yeah, what? And then he wants his fucking seat back.
I meant like the full marine is out, so she just comes out screaming. Looks at you, what the fuck, man? Pay good money for that.
Oh, and what do you do when you need to get past it? When you need to go to the bathroom?
Well, I mean, as you can see, the person in front of you is Gabriel Seth, and the person behind you is a rabid Ogrin. So your options are to crawl over a seat onto 2 of the most violent beings that the setting has ever seen. So basically, in other words, you do it in your pants.
But upside, it is a window seat.
It's a window seat, yes. It's the window seat, yes.
That's one hell of a silver lining, yeah.
Okay, if you think about it, going in your pants isn't that bad. The smell is already horrible, and I imagine everything next to it is inexplicably wet anyway.
So what?
Not like liquid wet, like sweat wet, like slimy.
So
by
just
that logic, so you could reasonably just dump it out into the Homunculaba, pop a squat, let rip.
Dear Christ. So what? Your solution to this situation is to what? Just embrace the bin juice and just go with it.
Yeah, just pop a squat over it, dude. You'll use it for sustenance.
There's a point where the smell will hit critical meltdown. It doesn't matter how much worse it gets; it's already chronic.
That's true. If you stand near something that's potent enough for too long, you just go blind to it. That's very true.
There's a beast at Nurgle 2 aisles down, mate. Right, the smell is bad.
No, the smell's going to get worse.
Like I would rather shit in my seat than risk the walk down the aisle, dude. All right, with some of those fuckers that's get to come. Like,
oh no!
I think the problem is though, like this is one of those seats as well where, like, most of the other seats don't have this very particular problem, which is you cannot look right. Because if you look right, if you look to your right for more than a split second, you are going to be scarred beyond all mortal comprehension.
But what if the peanut trolley comes down, dude?
You don't get any peanuts from this seat.
The peanut trolley does not stop by the fucking Homunculaba. I'm sorry. Window seat or not, it's no peanuts.
Right,
I mean, we all know the Warrior of Taruk has taken the whole trolley at that point.
To be fair, that's kind of the thing. If it's like if this seat gets bad enough, you can just be like, yo, to anyone, the guy in front of you or the guy behind you, you can just be like, yo, fucking kill me. And both of them will oblige immediately.
Just kick the seat a little bit.
Just like slam the seat behind you or kick the seat in front of you and you're instant checkout. Right,
I tire
gentlemen.
of this life.
Gentlemen, next up we have none other than Yarrick and Margaret Gaza. Now, I can't remember. I know that there was something. I can't remember what the connection between Gazgul and Margaret Thatcher was. I know there was something.
It was Margaret Thatcher cracking down on Gretchen unions.
Oh, was this from the last episode?
Yes.
Oh no, that's why. I was wondering why I made the connection when I was putting this together.
The brain rot runs deep. Yes.
Great. Okay. Well, Kruk, if you bring up Armored Core 6 in this fucking recording, I'm actually going to lose my barnacles.
Look, man.
I swear to God.
I didn't need to mention anything. You brought it up all on your lonesome. The hooks are set. When you thrash, you only dig them deeper.
How much about Armored Core 5, though?
I'm going to kill you both.
Moving on.
I mean, this is going to be one of those seats where I think unless you can like somehow distract one or the other, you're gonna fucking die.
No, I don't think so. I don't think so at all.
Oh, okay.
I think this is actually low key the meta pick, because here's the thing: Gazgul really, really, really likes Yarrick. Now, sure, Yarrick doesn't share the same opinion, so you do have to worry about him a little bit. But the orc that's the size of a small building, he's like, as far as he's concerned, he doesn't want to stir any shit because, like, his best buddy is on the sea over.
Now,
right.
I'm going to
So
immediately
the problem is you are separating these two best buddies from each other. That's the issue. I see.
Okay.
I mean,
the problem here is that Gaz likes Yarrick so much because he's a good fight. Because he is really good to have a scrap with. And in a flight this long, that's an orc. He's going to get bored as shit. And he looks around him, and all these people hard turn to his right. Puny Yumi, obey I.
Now,
Like,
to be fair,
it's curtains. It's curtains.
To be fair, all I'm saying is there was another man who was also present at Armageddon, and he is on the same row to Gaza's left. I'm just saying, if Gaza for a moment looks across the aisle, he's going to see none other than the angriest blood angel, or well, close enough, ever. And I think that's going to take a lot of attention off you.
That's true.
That's valid, but that's a big if. Because he probably forgets right exists sometimes in his own fucking head.
That's left, Aaron.
It's...
Oh, and I forget the seats are facing to the right.
I put little arrows to mark it and everything.
Yeah. Shame on me. But no, I forgot the seats are all facing. I was looking at Margaret Thatcher looking to the left, and I thought that was the way that everyone was looking.
I think...
Aaron, you have a driver's license, don't you? You should know left and right.
Shut the fuck up, dude. I wasn't thinking from the Gaza perspective. I was looking at fucking Maggie Thatcher looking to the left in that picture.
The sat nav says, take the next left. Aaron's holding up his fucking hands. Make an L sign, crashes into a wall.
But I mean, reasonably, that little fuck up aside, Yarrick, not thinking about Gaza, Yarrick's probably a pretty good chat, to be fair. He's probably got some really nice little stories to tell.
Yeah, if Gaza's distracted by Seth and you're just you and Yarrick, yeah. I think the thing about Yarrick as well is like Yarrick is actually like one of the most competent people in the setting as well. Especially as far as commissars go. He's one of the most iconic commissars ever, but he's not an iconic commissar because he's a textbook commissar. He's an iconic commissar because he is like genuinely just a really good leader of men. And like, if you're the only human being within arm's reach and there's a big fuck off orc next to you both, he's probably not going to consider you expendable like immediately. You know?
Yeah. Now here's a question though. Will Gaza let you have anything off of the peanut trolley?
You gotta fight him for it. Good luck.
Yeah, that's it. He just looks at you and he grins like that one gif of the World of Warcraft orc smiling. And he's like, I'll fight you for it. That's it. That's the whole thing.
That's the whole bit.
You like tap him on the knee plate. Excuse me, Mr. Big Gaz, could I have some peanuts? He like looks over, grabs a pack of peanuts and puts them in like the drawer of his armor. You want them peanuts, son? You're gonna have to take them from me.
It's like the scene at the end of Kung Fu Panda at the end of the training montage where Master Shifu's got the dumplings and he's like, yeah, have a dumpling. It's like, can I? Can you? Oh god. Okay, so moving on. Next up, we've got Seth. So here's the fun thing about Gabriel Seth. Gabriel Seth has a drinking problem. And unfortunately, you're the drink. And there ain't nothing within a cubic 10 meters in any direction where he's going to find anything to substitute that. I don't think they carry hemoglobin on the fucking peanut trolley.
Oh, that said, you also have the Munkulaba behind you, worst smell in the fucking plane, besides the Beast of Nurgle. There's for sure gonna irritate his very sensitive Space Marine nose. And on the other end of the side of the row, we have Gaza.
Gaza again. Yeah!
You get to see the person next to Gaz give you a little wave as the 700-pound orc crushes you in between you and Gabriel Seth.
I like to imagine Gaz is in like the classic going on Hawaii outfit. His little beach ball, his little summer shorts on, his button up flower pattern shirt. He's having a good time.
It's all like stretched over
his
the armor
mojito and with a little umbrella.
Drinking the mojito out of a cup, Gretchen, of course. Not Gretchen. What are they called?
Cup squig.
Squig, that's the one.
Cup squig. Yes, look here at my what are they called? What are those things they have? Those big beer things they have at Oktoberfest?
Stein squig.
Stein squig. Is that what they're called? Steins.
Steins, yeah, the big German drinking cups or Steins.
Yeah, just a squig made to be one of those. That's horrific.
So I loved your rant the other day, Thomas, when you posted like the fucking vampire squig that I forgot to talk about.
That's not gone live yet. That doesn't go live till Saturday. We can't talk about that.
Well,
everyone has to wait till you'll have to wait till Saturday. Sorry,
Tom
everyone.
Forgot a squig.
You have to wait till Saturday. You'll enjoy that.
Join the Discord.
Now, I think the only actually, now that I think about it, you sitting next to Seth, Gaza isn't gonna be much of a problem to you because suddenly he's got Yarrick all to himself. He can sit right next to Yarrick and just like cozy up to his best bud. Unfortunately for you, Gabriel Seth is still right next to you. So,
well, this is the thing. I think like this is one of those seats that's a bit deceptive because it's one of those ones where you go, "Wow, I get to sit next to a loyalist space marine," and you're going to think, "Well, okay, well, this is unfortunate because it's Gabriel Seth," but at the same time, you're going to go, "Well, it's okay. It's a loyalist space marine. I am fine." You're fine until he gets thirsty because he has the red thirst. And unfortunately, you are a fucking, as far as he's concerned, you're a fresh cold beer from the fridge. I think that's the problem. I don't think you're just going to get brutalized. I think you're just going to be like, you're just going to fall asleep halfway through the journey and you just ain't waking up because he's going to need a midnight drink. You know,
halfway through the 300-hour airplane ride, you fall asleep. Okay.
well, what, you never stayed awake for 150 hours before?
Weak.
You'll be like half awake, drifting in and out of consciousness. You'll see the cart pull up and hear, "Oh, Mr. Seth, we have a bib for you." And you see him like tying the bib on himself with it.
Just ask the person moving the trolley, "Hey, do you have any straws?"
The bib like, just says sanguineous, thirstiest little boy.
I like to imagine you're sat there, POV. You've got some weird squelching noises behind you. You don't look behind you. The chair in front of you is leant so hilariously far back, you can't help but try and sort of poke the guy on the shoulder just to see the Death Master Silent King turn around, look at you uncomfortably long, turn back round, and you realise you're never doing that again. And then you look to your left and you see Gabriel Seth sharpening a straw for some reason. It's like
sharpening a straw.
he's got like a nail file that he's taken to his teeth.
God. He's got one of those little metal ones. He just pops it out, starts sharpening it, dude.
Right, let's move on to the next one. So this next one's a funny one. So you get the window seat again. You're in a triple aisle, and you get a window seat.
Lucky boy.
And unfortunately, less luckily, your companions are none other than Trazen and Orican. So I think this is kind of to me, the way I see this is kind of the wild card seat. This is the seat where literally anything can happen.
No, I mean, this is the robot fuckers dream. This seat is what this is.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
They just want to They just want to sit there and watch their fucking
robo fuckers.
They just want to watch their little robo ship go at it in their seat until they realise that Trazen's just going to throw a Pokeball at you and then he fucks. But
I think that's kind of the gig, though. I think if you say like anything, if you say like even a word, if you make a single sound, you're going in the Pokeball.
The trick is, how do you keep Trazen distracted so you don't get turned into a Pokemon?
You don't. I think it's the opposite. It's not that you keep him distracted. This is like the seat where everything is fine if you can sit still and make no noise for 300 hours. If you can be perfectly still for the entire flight, you're okay. But if you make so much as a fart, I think you're going in the Pokeball.
I think this is another seat where you can't watch extended trilogy Lord of the Rings, unfortunately.
Well, no, I feel like Trazen's sort of person who'd be reaching over Orican to watch it with you. I feel like like your survival is based on what movie you put on at that point.
Yeah, how much he judges it. But this thing, you can't put on Lord of the Rings in this seat for one reason. Because unless you've got like the extended edition, Trazen's just going to be offended that you've put on Lord of the Rings. He's the kind of guy. He's the kind of guy where, like, if he's one of those people where if you put on Lord of the Rings and you haven't put on like the extended edition, he just becomes just horrifically elitist instantly, and then you go into the Pokeball. So it's like, it's always a loss.
Is he the guy that always points out, or like where Viggo Mortensen broke his toe when he kicked that helmet, and like all those little fun facts?
Yeah, he's one of those guys who just does not shut the fuck up throughout the entire movie.
I feel that's more Orican Seal than Trazen Seal, to be honest.
Mayhaps. Trazen just has Viggo Mortensen actually in his collection.
I don't know. I feel like Orican's the kind of guy who would be needlessly argumentative. Like one of those guys where it's like, well, if you said something like the most innocent, non-contestable fucking thing imaginable, Orican will find a way to be like, actually, you know what I mean? And then it's like you're trying to have this conversation across him with Trazen about Viggo Mortensen breaking his fucking toe. and then he's just going to chime up and say like, oh, well, did you know that Sean Bean actually walked up the mountain in the first movie because he's scared of helicopters, or some other tripe.
But, I feel like the scale is something akin to like extended edition Lord of the Rings to White Chicks, and there's no in between. I think out of that bracket, however like indecipherable that is, gets you fucking thrown in the ball.
That's one hell of a Venn diagram right there.
Yeah, I'd ask you to
I feel
elaborate
like-
on that, but I don't think any amount of elaboration is going to help me understand the comparison point.
No, it's not a comparison. I feel like it's just what he would enjoy. It's anything from Lord of the Rings to White Chicks. But what Orokin be about?
Gilmore Girls, there we go. That's the Venn diagram.
I think with this seat, it's not the case that it's a wild card seat because anything can happen. It's a wild card seat because everything will happen. Because I feel like at the start, it'll be those two kind of watching everything else happening in the play, Statler and Waldorf style. You'll, work up the courage, click the button, turn to your left. They're both staring you down. You see like a little holographic Necron glyph say quick saving. And every so often, like, you'll blink and be back 10 seconds, and Orkin's like, I knew he would have done that. Trey's like, no, there's no way he'd do that.
Yeah, this is the only seat that doesn't actually take 300 hours. It can take however long Trazen and Orokin wants it to.
It's like a sat next to Dig off sort of situation. Don't know what the fuck's going on, but no, it's not a bad one. That's not a bad seat compared to speaking so far.
It's also definitely worth noting that the Silent King is like the next row over. They might not care about you at all. Zarek is there.
Well, maybe that's part of the quick saving, right? They just
Oh my god, we should put this in the team planning and ask everyone to take a spot and see what we end up with at the end.
Oh my god,
that'd be really silly.
We should. Oh, absolutely.
Right, gentlemen, let us move along to the next one. So, what do we have next? What's next on the... Oh, yeah, Moots insisted on this one. I'm not sure why. The Silent King. You just have to sit next to the Silent King. Go on, Moots. Give us your deconstruction of this one, please.
Now, this is going on the trend of if you look to your right, you go, you like lose your shit or you die, because I mean the Silent King might not necessarily give a shit about you, but if you do give him the wrong look, you are definitely in for a bad time. Also, it is a window seat, so yippee. But then, since you're not distracting Trazen or Orokin with their fun facts and quick saving, suddenly you're going to have more problems that way coming. And not to mention that, I think the Silent King seat is probably going to be pretty cramped, considering that if we take into consideration that his two interpreters are with him as well.
How do you think
they
he'll
only got on
react?
because they count as service animals.
Ah, yes.
How do you think he'll react if you like nudge him on the shoulder and just be like, "Hey, man, your Magic the Gathering card sucks."
That's a
Instant
death
death.
sentence, dude. Yeah, that is akin to suicide.
As soon as you even think the words, your atoms just cease to be.
Yeah, just turns you inside out on an atomic level.
Sorry, how many people here did get a Magic the Gathering card? You got Silent King, Trazen,
Well, that's a good question, actually.
Orokin, Karl.
Gaza got a secret
Lair
lair
one.
one. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's a secret? I thought it was a fan made.
Bellator
he
got
got
one.
You got a Zergo Helm Smasher reskin, which is pretty cool. Bellator?
Greyfax got one.
Did Older One Eye get a...
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
Abaddon.
Abaddon definitely had one. So
Karl
did
the Betrayer.
Magnus.
I've
I'm
got
pretty
a
sure
card there.
Redemptor Dreadnought got one as well.
Yes, it
It's
did.
funny. Magnus the Red.
Did a Redemptor Dreadnought
Karn
get
the
an entity
Betrayer.
card?
Yes,
Oh, it did, yes, because it's a Blood Angels. I forget about it, because it's a Blood
Ooh.
Angels Redemptor, isn't it? Yeah,
Did
you're right.
Orokin get a card? He did, didn't he?
I'm not entirely sure.
Let me go
There
check.
was a whole
Bellator got
Necron
one.
deck, wasn't there? Silent King, Trazen, Orokin.
Orokin didn't get one.
He did?
Imitate the Stormlord got one. I think that's who you're thinking of.
Oh, fair.
Yeah.
Bellator got one, and I'm pretty sure Beast of Nurgle got one as well.
Yes.
Quite a few, to be fair.
Get one.
Yeah.
Like half the plane. Sadly, Democulaba
Magnus
not
as well,
the card.
even.
The
Magnus,
Beast of Nurgle didn't get one. You're thinking of the Plague Bearer.
Karl got
George-
one, I think.
George Van Dial.
Definitely not. I mean, we've got Karn and Karn, both Karn and Karn from Hit
I have a
Card.
Karn
Hit Card I was about to say Hit Karn game, Hit Card game, MTG. But which Karn is it? Right, moving on from the Silent King, you get the window seat once more, and to your left you have Fabius Bile, and to Fabius's left you have Belisarius Call. I'm not going to lie, this is probably one of those seats where it's going to suck because Fabius, but this is just me being biased. I like Fabius Bile as a character so much, this is probably one of the ones I'd opt for.
Mate, you'll get on the plane a person, come off a homunculus. I know you don't know too different from one right now as is, but it's not a good scene, man.
What was the thing you said before the recording error? It's like, yes, thank you. The corpse bits.
My homunculus will prosper from this or something. It was what was that related to? Shit.
That was the email that Tom got from from my mother's brother's sister's cousin half brother.
Being used in a research experiment. Yeah, thank you. My homunculus will benefit greatly from this information. No, I think it's funny because yes, you are right. Do you know the queue from All Tomorrows?
Yeah.
That's that's what's going to kind of happen to you if you get the Fabius Bile seat. You're going to get turned into a human cube that can still see and poop and piss. But you're just going to be a flesh cube or something. But you learn a lot in this seat, you know. It'd be like a never-ending TED talk that just gets progressively more heinous between these two. These two do have some like.
It's like sitting next to the doctor of the fucking human centipede. It's like not a good time.
No, it's terrible. But I think in the novel Gene Father, which is the one which these two have their big sort of blowout. I haven't read the novel, so I'll put that out there. Although I have read big chunks of it. And the dialogue these two have in that novel is really fun. Like, this is one of those pairings where you're going to find that them talking is going to be really, really interesting. And I think that might be an underrated boon for this seat.
Absolutely, yeah. Unfortunately, you know you're fucked when Fabius Bile thanks the stewardess for when you arrive on your seat. It's like, oh no.
I think you're stuffed when you remember that Fabius Bile's backpack is a sentient creature.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely going to contract a disease from that. It's got to lay eggs.
Aaron. So Fabius Bile's backpack, colloquially known as the spider, is its own living thing. Is its own living thing, and in fact, there was even a funky little bit of text somewhere that talks about how it can reproduce. Yeah, it's.
I suppose there's an excerpt where it's like people tracking it down after it got loose and finding out it laid eggs.
What the fuck?
Yeah, it's let me go find it real quick. It's really funny. It's from Fabius Bile Man Flayer. Let's see.
Now this is grim derp and I love it.
Oh yeah. Some guy. Yeah, it went missing, and some guys tracked it down, and they're like, "Oh yeah, it has reproduced." And Fabius responds by saying, "Well, that is unexpected." So yeah, his backpack is just like freaky backpack, I guess.
Freaky backpack, he fucking says. Okay.
The thing is, I don't think you're coming out the same person after the end of this flight, right?
Human cube, remember?
Yeah. I was gonna say it's more like a Theseus person.
The human cube is the good ending.
Yeah, exactly. At one point, do you stop being yourself? It's like the fucking.
All right. Let's move on to be fair, like I was about to say, like Fabius or Karl, neither of these are good. Both of these guys have like actual like they're both terrible.
Mhm.
They're both absolutely terrible. Like Karl is really not any better, to be honest. All right, seat number 10, Aaron, Beast of Nurgle.
Beast of Nurgle, cool little guy. Very misunderstood. Just wants to play. Will melt your skin off. Bones,
Amazing.
cock and balls and all, actually.
Oh no.
So, like, he's all right if you just sort of, I don't know, play fetch with him and he won't touch you. That'd be fine. Maybe play peekaboo and that will get around the issue. But the moment like you interact with him physically at all, that limb, whatever it is gone. That is like absolutely gone. But if you ignore him for too long, he will cocoon into like a big Nurgle or cocoon. And he'll come out as one of those giant plague flies you see in the AOS stuff.
Oh my god.
And those are filled up with the pent up negative emotions that they feel, from the pure beast of happiness with a childlike mindset to, I'm going to kill you, I hate you didn't play with me. And at that point, a lot of people on that flight are dead, to be fair, that aren't at least have a little bit of plot armor.
I'm going to be honest.
It's a bad scene.
There's no way this seat doesn't end in death. You are sitting seat away from a Beast of Nurgle. That's just... It's game.
You either die to positivity or negativity, and there's no real third option there.
Well, I mean, the other side is
you die to positivity from both the animal and from the diseases.
The only thing you can really do is poke Inquisitor Greyfax in front of you and hope she sorts it out, but she's turning a blind eye to 50% of this flight, mate. You're not
getting any reprieve there. I mean, to be fair, it's the only seat where you die knowing that you die being loved.
Well, hold up. I think if you die by Fabius, you're also some kind of love. It's just not good kind of love.
I think having Fabius's backpack make love to you is not the same as being loved.
That's like dying to someone's morbid curiosity, and it's not worth it. Doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, that's not the one. Right, let's shimmy away from Mr. Schmelly. Oh god, I forgot about this seat.
Not to mention, sorry, that he takes up both seats, so you're fucked either way.
Well, all the seats magically fit just whoever they're meant.
Okay.
Otherwise, like sitting in between Dawn and Perturabo is basically just right. So I forgot that I put this next one in here. This is sitting in between Titus and Leandros.
When you choose that fucking Titus image, it's...
Can we get the full version of that, Tom?
I don't know if I have to go find it again, but it's from like the Joy Toy Titus model where Titus looks like he looks like your average Brexit geezer.
They overtuned the bovine a little bit much.
Proper British bloke.
Well, they've just made him look like someone who like can't stop drinking. Oh, it's the McFarlane one. Sorry, the Joy Toy one actually looks good. It's the McFarlane Titus. The Joy Toy one actually looks really good.
Thanks, McFarlane.
Yeah.
Wasn't enough with Spawn. You have to create these fucking horrendous things.
We'll put this on the screen for a minute, and then we'll bring back the plane of cursed Shiza in a moment. There you boys. So this is the McFarlane one on the left and the Joy Toy one on the right.
He looks like a fucking Blarkenstein dude.
A Joy Toy one looks all right, to be fair, but the McFarlane one looks like the McFarlane one actually looks like he's got a drinking problem.
It looks like you shoved a fucking suspiciously keyboard-shaped fucking mouth. Have you seen that fucking Wojak? It looks like he shoved a brick in his fucking mouth.
It's like he tickled his chin and he's tucking his head back.
what it feels like to chew 5 bubble gum at the same time.
So that's the face of a man who's acclimatizing to his first ever suppository.
It's the face of a man who's been dragged from his typical low-pressure home into a high-pressure environment rudely by a giant robot that went down deep in the ocean and put you in a tube, and now everyone makes fun of you because you look stupid, even though you're suffering from severe pressure sickness.
Less trauma dumping, please, Croc. We're not here for your life story.
I feel bad for the blobfish, man. It's fucked up what we did.
I was gonna say, the fucking blobfish.
So you know the blobfish. The reason it looks so grimy and sad and fat is because it's been exploded by like being brought up from like a high pressure. It's pressure sickness.
Oh my god! I went to college, and one of the girls in my class was lovingly called blobfish.
That's not something you lovingly call someone, Aaron.
I didn't say it, but other people called her that because she was a bit of a bitch, to be honest. But
Aaron, fuck.
Hey ho,
What the fuck?
I was never guilty of it, but it just came to mind.
No, you just got guilty of calling her a bitch on a podcast, you wretch.
I said it with love.
You said it. He said it with. It's all right. He said it with love, everyone. Right, let's bring back the plane. So, Titus and Leandros. McFarlane, Titus, and Leandros.
I can imagine Titus literally sitting with as the fucking McFarlane face, just staring deadpan straight ahead as Leandros is just yapping his fucking ear off. Unfortunately, you're sitting in between these two fucking people, so you're also getting your ear yapped off of. Also, as an added insult to injury, you get no fucking armshare because these two fuckers are hogging it.
You know that image of the guy taking a shit where it's like, your politics bore me. It's just both of them sat like that the whole time.
I think this is one of those situations where it's like, this goes one of two ways. Either you have to listen to the most hell-bent, obtuse conversation ever, or you redefine the phrase awkward silence. In fact, I think the awkward silence here would be more lethal than 2/3 of the other seats.
You reach out to try and start your extended edition fucking Lord of the Rings. Leandros just whacks your hand. No fun allowed.
He's like, that's not codex compliant.
Oh, you mean he only watches the non-extended versions? Because that's...
Specifically,
you have to watch them by the release version.
You have to watch the theatrical release, or it was the only intended release.
It was the intended vision of the director. Or the producers, rather.
I feel like sitting in this seat, you're just going to be like, Titus is going to be completely blasé-faire to what Leandros is saying, but Leandros is going to be saying anyway. So it's like you'll get a given drink. It's like, that's not very codex compliant of you, Titus. Everyone knows the codex says you drink Dr. Pepper, not Pepsi. Awfully suspicious there, Titus. And like every so often, he'll like ping the flight attendants, like, yeah, I think this guy's a heretic. I think you guys need to get rid of him. Like,
it's a weird
Leandros,
stain over here.
If you click the button again, Leandros, we're going to have to kick you off the Black Zone Fortress now. We wouldn't want that, would we?
Right, gentlemen. Next up, we have just the seat next to Inquisitor Greyfax. So you might think this will be okay. Wrong. Inquisitor Greyfax is the most paranoid person on the plane. By, like, quite a large margin. And to be fair, across the aisle is a man who is did some corruption stuff, I'm just saying. You know, what's it the Inquisition says?
Innocence proves nothing.
That's the one. That's Titus, by the way. I don't think being next to Greyfax would be particularly safe. I think Greyfax is... I mean, I like Greyfax as a character. Greyfax is a very cool character. But I think being next to Greyfax would just be, like, tremendously unsafe.
Now, here's the thing. I think it can be one of the safest spots in the plane, actually. And that is because all you have to do is put on a slideshow of Saint Celestine on the screen. And you're good.
You have your little plushie with you. They're not going to touch you. But I feel like what Tom says has a lot of value here. Because this is like seeing a crackhead realizing all the visions he was seeing and all the shit he was thinking is all absolutely real and very, very true. Because all they have to look at, all they have to do is just look over to the left or right a little bit and see God knows what in the seat in front, next to, and behind them, going, wait a minute.
Yeah, none of it's good.
They're going to be freaking the fuck out, dude.
It's not a great spot now. It's but I hold fast. I think just prepare your slideshow. Unfortunately, I guess you don't know if you're actually beforehand if you're actually going to be seated. But let's just hypothetically say that you just have already a slideshow of Saint Celestine on your phone or something, because that's a normal thing. I mean, everyone has that, right?
Yeah, why don't you? Yeah, why do you? Yeah, no, don't worry. I just have that. Yeah, it's okay. No, I think it's definitely one of the safer ones. It's just that this is one of those ones where, like, the way it becomes unsafe is not predictable. It's like it's kind of one where it goes from 0 to 100 instantly. You know what I mean? Like, say the wrong word or look at her the wrong way, or like, you know what I mean? It might be just one of those where you're best off just role playing as someone sat in the chair praying for like the entire time. That might be the safest bet, to be honest.
Well, it's very fitting for the person who's sitting in front of you.
We'll get to that in a minute. We'll get to that in a minute. So next up, we have one of Moots' ones, which I thought was really funny. And this is being sat in between just a generic Sister Superior and a penitent engine. A penitent engine.
Already you just have all the fucking exhaust fumes. That's just
I feel like she's using you as the buffer zone.
But
you know what I mean? Where it's like she's sat there thinking, yeah, I have to deal with this thing, but after this dude to my right bites it.
Okay, presumably they put the penitent engine into airplane mode. So there's no spinning buzzsaws, there's no burning pyres, there's no stims being pumped. There's just someone stuck on front of this box going, "Oh, oh, oh, Emperor, redeem me! Oh."
Meanwhile, the Sister Superior just fucking scolding them, or like, what's the fucking, I forget what it's called. What's the fucking king called when you're being like talked down to, or like it's the. Please don't let me hang you. Anyone know what I'm talking about?
No Moots.
I don't know what kind of tangent I'm going off of. I'm sorry.
Feel shame.
Come on, man, you know the words.
I don't know. I can't remember. I've made a fool of myself. Fuck.
No, I think this one's. I mean, if it is in airplane mode, then it's like this is barely better than being sat next to Greyfax. If it's not in airplane mode, then we've got a unique Warrior of Toruk situation where there is no reasoning with the thing next to you. You just kind of have to pray that it doesn't like have a moment, you know?
Have a moment. Bug the fuck out.
Just on a totally like separate topic. Well, not quite completely separate, but so as far as models go, I have never been like the biggest fan of the various penitent engines. I've always found them to look a bit goofy. However, the various bits of like 4th to 6th edition Penitent Engine artwork are like absolutely amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know if you guys have
Agreed.
seen any sort of artwork that's very clearly inspired by like John Blanche era stuff of like Penitent Engines. Even some of the more recent artwork, more modern artwork of Penitent Engines is really, really cool. It's like, I don't know, it's just one of those things that I think doesn't translate super well. I mean, it's just my opinion. You're allowed to like whatever you want to like, of course. It's one of those things that I think translates super well to like being a model. But like as a concept, and certainly as far as the artwork goes, I think they're just absolutely awesome. I think they're so cool.
It's one of those things you can think of as you're being eviscerated by one of its many Shane blades,
Mm.
Wow,
it's like,
so
man,
cool.
that looked pretty cool.
What's that bit from the new Devil May Cry series where before he hits those guys with the bike, he's like, "Damn, he's cool," and then
Right, let us shift on to... Oh, for fuck's sake, I regret putting this in here now.
put it on the screen.
So, next up,
nice
we
and
have
cool.
none other than
Creeper bee.
Gouge Van. I mean, this is actually, to be fair, this is objectively the safest seat on the plane because you've literally just got some screaming old man to your right. I think he's this plane's equivalent of the crying baby. He just won't shut the fuck up. It's non-lethal, but he won't shut the fuck up. I think that's the whole shtick.
This entire row is completely safe as long as you sit there and say, "Oh yeah, no, I know the full Lectitio Divinatus. Yeah, no, me. Oh, I know all the words. I know all the passages. I'm such a devout individual. I love the Emperor. He's great." And then, you've got Sleepy Joe to your right, dozing off because he's an old ass man. Row over, you've got you've got your Sister Superior and a powered down pendant engine. Get out your copy of the Lectitio Divinatus and just have a read, have a snooze. Easy sailing.
I was going to say, it's probably one of those things that's just, instead of the safety manual in the little front, the little basket you have in front of you, it's just a Lectitio Divinitatum, just planted in there, a little pamphlet.
I think the only downside to this seat is if you annoy him, really, really annoy him, he'll just sick the sister on you, and then you're up shit creek without paddle.
Go, my creation. Beat him to death with your bare feet that I designed. Yes. This is for the next 12 hours. It's just slapping sounds, but it's just someone getting the shit kicked out of them, quite literally.
I mean, suddenly this sounds like the best seat in the whole plane.
Right, moving on. We have the headache seat, the migraine seat. Ahriman gets the inside, gets the aisle lane, and a Calixtus assassin, and you right there in the middle. I've just realized something. Everyone connected to the Calixtus assassin, with the exception of the Sister Superior, is probably going to suffer for being near him, because I just realized we've packed all the Psychers into one place near the Calixtus assassin.
The warp section, dude. It's like the one kid in the area full of people with zero patience.
The Calixtus assassin is the equivalent of the baby who just keeps on crying and screaming. But
that's literally what I just said, my guy.
I didn't. Well, that's not what it sounded like. Maybe I didn't hear. Fuck you.
Fuck you.
No, fuck you.
Fuck you, tiny ass.
Gentlemen, I need the bathroom. I'll be back in a minute.
There it is. There it is. Ring the bell.
You guys can keep going. You guys can keep going without me. I'll be back in a minute.
Right.
We didn't see him for 45 minutes.
So who wants to close out the podcast? May as well get it nailed down now.
I've heard he shits pure macho at this point. It's a pretty bad scene. It's what you imagine Shrek is pouring out in the
There was
toilet.
no
dude.
lumps, no clumps, not even any sweet corn. It's all matcha.
Oh,
It's all
no.
matcha.
And it's
Sweet
weirdly
Jesus.
fragrant. It makes me uncomfortable.
I don't even know what color my toilet was to start with, but it's green now.
Stained. I've bleached that bitch 50 times and it's still green.
Oh, sweet Jesus. Yeah. Let's talk about this seat. Please.
What
Okay,
seats? What are we talking about again? I've forgotten.
Shut up, man. Fuck you. Anyway, as far as seats go, this one is quite literally one of the most dangerous seats on the whole plane. Just flat. You have directly next to you a living hole in the fabric of unreality that knows a million ways to kill you. And right next to that, biblically accurate wizard that has foreseen billions of ways to kill you. just the act of going for a piss. You have to walk past someone who could, like, reach out, press a specific pressure point, and you just drop. That's it. You're just gone. And you also have to walk past the guy that has a black hole for a face. So if you wobble, you're gone. Stretched out into nothingness. Dead. Beyond dead.
Yeah, I think this is like you're sort of in the same situation as the Demoncolaba, where you can't move, you can't acknowledge it, you can't get past it. You're gonna have to climb over your seats to get to this, but you have a penitent dungeon chief librarian Tigerius behind and in front of you.
We'll get to Tigers in a minute, but you gotta deal with getting past his mighty rod.
Oh yes, of course, of course.
Everyone knows Tigerius' rod.
Long, hard.
No, I'm not joking. His staff is literally called Tigerius' rod.
Really?
Yeah. If you look at any of his fucking date sheets, he just has his rod out, man. It's fucked up. Everyone knows how he's fighting and shit. He's
pulling his rod out.
Stroking his rod, dude. Middle of battle.
Oh yeah, I'm Tigeriusing it. Oh yeah, I'm Tigeriusing.
Drifting rubs it for so long. That's how channel smite, dude. It's like a static energy build-up, but more violent than that.
I think the question is how would you go about surviving this siege, right? It's
just don't look left.
Just don't look left. I mean, like, make yourself as small as possible. Just don't move, don't breathe for 300 hours. I don't know if it's actually 300 hours. I guess time is going to be relative with Orican on the on the plane.
It's certainly a fucked up seat. There is no two ways about this.
No, absolutely not.
Like, if you don't acknowledge the Calexis, it might not have to kill you. But it's Araman, dude.
Just Araman, yeah.
You step out of the psychic blank zone into a psychic hot zone. You're gonna like you're gonna get to the toilet, yeah, and you're gonna realize, something wiped my ass. And there's a third arm that has grown there and has done the job for you.
You gotta feel like what's going to be to microwaved, man. It's going from Alexis to Araman. It's like, oh fuck.
The visual, the fucking visual I had of being suddenly and very unwelcomingly getting your ass wiped by a third arm, which has its own mind of its own. Very unpleasing thought.
Very unpleasing.
It'd be completely at the whims of Araman whether or not the arm enjoys the job or loathes you for doing it. Like, would you prefer the mutated arm that loves to wipe your ass or the mutated arm that loathes wiping your ass?
I think I'm gonna have to go with. Oh God, they're both terrible, but I think I'm gonna have to go with the one that likes its job, because at least you're gonna get your ass clean then. Because if it doesn't like its job, it's not gonna do a proper job, right? And then you're gonna walk around with a crusty ass. And you don't want that.
No. But if you think about it, it has to do the job properly the first time to avoid redoing the job. Because otherwise, you'll just sit there and be like, come on, get it over with. And
No.
in your like weird little mutant psychic connection, you'll just feel anger and hate.
Weird little psychic connection.
I mean, if you have one that hates his job, it's going to do one of two things. One, it's going to do a very poor job. It's not going to do it very well. You've got some left over, fair enough. The other option is so much worse, which is the other option is so much worse, which is it's going to do it with so much hatred. You're going to be bleeding, you'll be rubbed red raw. You're going to get like infections. It's going to be a bad scene. You take the one that likes it, and you might get a smack on the ass afterwards. Right? Well, I realize
it'll be very sensual, but it'll be somewhat pleasant experience, I imagine, compared to.
It'd be like your first time with a Japanese bidet, you know.
I have returned.
That's almost like the tightest face where he's getting the bidet for the first time. But this is the
problem you've got is if it loads its job, it probably knows like a limited amount of ancient magics, so it'll make an eye right in your ass.
Okay, what the hell have I walked back in on?
This is, I realised, the lesser evil version of the 2 inches forward, 2 inches backwards conversation. I don't think that's an unjust statement.
I'm terrified. Which two are we talking about?
So to recap, you walk past Araman. Suddenly, you have a third arm that's wiping your ass. Would you want that arm to be loathing its job or really enjoying its job?
I mean, so if it'll... Okay, right, hypothetical. Third arm, wiping your ass, assuming it's independent of you.
Yeah.
And the options are it likes wiping your ass or it dislikes wiping your ass.
No, it like really likes wiping your ass.
Like, if you've got a little psychic connection with it, you'll feel a little too much ecstasy coming over, you know.
Am I allowed to give like a cop out, or do I have no choice but to have this thing wipe my ass?
Well, I think you discover it by it wiping your ass. You sit down.
Have two more arms. You can just be like, hold it with one arm and wipe your ass yourself.
It's like as you go to wipe yourself, you get a dry, be like, oh, that's weird. And you turn around and see a slightly shit-stained clawed hand waving back at you.
Little thumbs up.
This is awful. Can we move on to the next one?
It would be using paper.
No.
Why is it using its hand?
Yeah, what I said about this was you're either going to have one that does it too well, and it's like, oh, super clean, yeah, great, might get a smack on the ass afterwards, you know. It's a little bit like... But then the other version is it's going to do it with so much hatred, it's going to rub your ass red raw, you're going to be bleeding,
We're going to move... I'm sorry, mate, we're going to move to the next one. This topic cannot continue.
I'm legally required to mention one thing. If you don't make eye contact with Araman's black hole face as you get past them, there's only one way to look, and that's down at the nipple studs. Moving on.
They're there to be seen, man.
Okay,
it runs in the family.
Fortunately, after this conversation, we then get placed next to Karl the Betrayer, who, thank God, will beat us to death. Because after coming back to listening to this absolute awful would you rather, I think a violent end is all anyone could really hope for.
See, with the Khan seat, again, window seat, bosh. Second of all, Khan's kind of a cool dude. Like, I've been thinking about this one. All you got to do is just kind of compliment him, like no one else has, and I think he'll be all right.
Well, you think that's the way to his heart, a bit of praise?
No, I think that's the way to survival. Is a bit of praise.
There is no survival. He's Karl the Betrayer, carver of the red path, chosen champion of Khorne. I'm
not saying trust him, because then he would betray you. Her name's sake.
You're gonna open your mouth and get a mouthful of chain axe as he cleaves your skull for Khorne. There's no two ways about it. This is death.
No.
Violent, bloodstained death.
No, but what if you're like, you got some sick fucking arms on you, man. You've been hitting it fucking hard, haven't you? And he might get the little blush marks for his mask, and he'll be like, and he'll start like flexing. And at that point, he'll be like, okay.
It's Karl the Betrayer, not an anime girl.
No, but you don't know him, man.
Aaron, are you suggesting that Karl the Betrayer is a yandere?
Oh my
No,
god.
but I'm saying he's never had a compliment in his life. Which is
Karl
why
the
he's the way he
Yandere.
is.
Hell yeah, let's go.
Mooch, can you make this a reality, please? And thank you.
I most certainly want to. It's
But even if you don't compliment his biceps, you could be like, oh yeah, you got some cool axes, man. Or like it could be any range of that. If you know roughly who he is, you can roughly play into it a bit.
I bet I wouldn't have to look for more than 2 minutes to find an example of Khan killing someone who's ass kissing, like you're suggesting.
No, but it's not ass kissing if it's genuine.
Yeah, it is.
Nah.
Yeah, it is.
No,
You're brown nosing him. You got brown nose.
No, but that implies ingenuinity, and you can smell that a mile away. If you say it with love, then it's actually like
Okay. You also run the risk, though, if you compliment him or be nice to him in any way, you run the risk of reminding him of Argyle, where he'll kill you for the thought.
valid.
Or I'll just
there is-
accidentally
I would
kill
like-
you reaching for the peanut trolley.
I would like to remind everyone in the room how the butcher's nails work. Any feeling or emotion that is not the exertion of aggression or violence equals pain.
That's a very good counterpoint.
I don't.
Hey, important question. Do you reckon they got ibuprofen in the 41st millennium? There you go, Karl. Pop 2 of these. You'll feel all better. They just hit next to you. Time for the black gun! Time for the skeleton!
It's like when he has a painkiller for the first time, and it's like the speak for 5 seconds. You've only got 5 seconds to speak, and it's like, where am I? What am I doing here? Hello? What am I? And he's back to screaming again afterwards because he's himself for all of 5 seconds.
There's an absolutely.
And it's like, it's one-off shit.
There's an absolutely awful AU fanfic here where you get Khan, where someone gets Khan addicted to Vicodin.
This is where paracetamol hits him like the like what pregnant women have during childbirth. What's it called? The it's only ever given to them to deal with the pain. The really industrial strength painkiller. And he shows no. Gives it a T.
Why the fuck would they be giving meth to pregnant women?
Well,
you tell me, man.
80 years ago.
I mean, the plague doctors used to give people cocaine for the ghosts in their blood. So people have done worse.
Good old times.
In those times,
No,
they
you're
gave you
talking.
cocaine
Aaron's
for
talking
anything.
about an epidural.
But that's the one. And yes,
We think Khan just needs an epidural.
yeah, mate.
Right.
I think we all do, to be honest. But Karl more than
I mean, after this fucking conversation, I need a fucking epidural. I'm not gonna lie.
But no, Khan's probably a cool guy deep inside. If you can just get the butcher's nails off him for a
I mean,
minute.
before
Well,
Khan started to lose his shit, he was actually the coolest guy.
Mhm.
He was genuinely the coolest dude in the entire Horus Heresy. Equal parts relatable, equal parts awful, with all of the character development and intrigue in between. Khan had actual MC material for a little while, and then he kind of went a bit fucking batshit.
Wow.
Was it Erebus? He said get up
It's-
to? Yeah,
yes.
it was Erebus.
It is incredibly funny you mention this. If you do anything in this scenario that would have you try and fix Khan, Erebus will appear like the fucking Undertaker, saying, I can't have you messing with my plan. I am Destiny's hand. And then he'll summon a fucking 8 greater demons to beat you to death.
Erebus just unlocks the toilet, walks out. Ah.
I've been expecting you.
Sorry, there's a double flusher. You only flush one.
If you go in the toilet after Erebus, an eye's going to be standing there looking at you. Now the question is, does the eye enjoy looking? Does the eye loathe you for it?
Well, all the eye will see is the equivalent to an avocado cut in half.
Dear
from
God.
above. That's all he's going to see.
Right. Just stuck between an orc weird boy and Chief Librarian Tigurius. Okay, cool.
complete
Instant
opposite
brain
problem to a
damage.
blonde.
Right, next one.
Okay, no. I mentioned it slightly before. We cannot, now that you're here, we can't not mention that Tigers will have his rod on display.
His rod. Will he?
Tigers' rod.
His rod. The rod of Tigurius.
Tigers' rod, yes.
Yes. What on display?
Yep.
Which rod are we talking about, Croc? Sorry, which rod are you talking about, Croc?
Tigers' rod. Like, it's his staff. It's literally called Tigers' rod. I'm not joking. Go look at his datasheet, dude.
I don't like being me. All right, we're moving on. Fuck you, Croc. Right. Yes. Oh god, this is just Karl, but shark flavored. Okay. You have the window seat, and to your right, you have Tiberos. I mean,
wonderful.
This might be another situation where, as long as you just shut the fuck up and don't make any sudden movements, you might be okay. To be fair,
Aren't sharks? Don't they have their vision based on move? No, that's supposedly T-Rexes, actually, isn't it?
That's people from Stains.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, reasonable.
I feel like
See, I feel like if you're nice to him and you just compliment him, he'll be all right.
Well, you tried that with Karl. This is your thing. He says, "I'm gonna suck up to whoever I'm sat next to and hope for the best."
No, specifically the very angry boys. But
to be fair, all you gotta do is put on Jaws and offer him a headphone. And then all you've got to deal with is, as we established in the Primarch's kissing tier list, the abhorrent smell. That armor is not washed. He is a stinky boy.
oh, yeah.
Now, I mean, so to be fair, I haven't read much Tiberos lore here, but I mean, he's not psychotic in any way, right? I mean, he's not just randomly murdering civilians.
No, he does it intently.
Okay.
No, Tiberos isn't like Tiberos' whole thing is that you can't really tell and you don't really know because he's just a really quiet character. In fact, I think in the various in the two is it Robbie McNiven Carcharodon novels, he has like very, very, very little dialogue. But he's one of those characters who talks with his presence rather than his words, if you know what I mean. And it works. You know, it gets the point across. I don't think this is fun because this could be like low key one of the ones where it's like actually safe because he's not.
So too, yeah.
He's not like depicted to be an unreasonable maniac. He's just got the capacity for Hotline Miami levels of hyperviolence, you know. Just like, don't ask him how he feels about his chapter co-opting Maori culture, I guess.
Fair. There's one image that came to mind when you said speaking with his presence, not with his words. Let's see if I can put this in. You're
about to get the one of him stood over the mantis warrior who's like a third of his size.
No, I'm thinking of this one. Let me just do the timestamp.
Come on, Moot, sometime today.
There we go.
Oh, hey, that's Aaron.
Why the fuck? Why? What?
I think this speaks with presence.
I mean, yeah. Where the fuck was that from? That was my
How do you even have this image?
I think Aaron posted it sometimes a long time ago, and I just thought it was the funniest shit ever, so I screenshotted it.
Guys, I hate to be the bearer of bad news. I think Aaron got assimilated by the T-1000. That or he's just hunting children for the love of the game.
Do you think, like, if he, like, tipped his head forwards and ran at a wall, we could have like an Aaron flavored juggernaut?
I'm Aaron Smith, bitch.
Load me up on fucking Trend, dude, and I'll do it.
What's the thing that the Juggernaut has? That was it.
The helmet?
The Crimson Bands of Sitarak.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
There's a deep cut for you. Is that what that helmet is?
What would be the equivalent of Sitarak for Aaron, though? There's no, like, god-demanding great carnage.
There's so many avenues to take the piss. I don't even know what to choose. Holy fuck.
Giving him too much power. But...
Yeah. Knowing Aaron, he'll probably just punch a hole in like a pair of dumbbells and just wear those like bracelets.
Yeah, I just know. I just love this image. You just look so focused.
I was locked in, man.
What was it? Like a climbing wall?
Yeah,
so it was the Center Parks holiday I went on with my family. But there was like a big fucking, I love a good high ropes thing. So there was like a really, really good sized like high ropes like course you could go on, and there's a giant fucking zip line at the end of it, which is kind of sick. Because I'm all about that sort of stuff, bouldering, high ropes, skydive, did that one. I won't do a bungee jump though. You won't see me dead doing a bungee jump. But it was just doing like the brief. I think the guy was talking about the health and safety, and I just zoned the fuck out.
Zoning out during health and safety chat sounds like something you would do, to be fair.
That's all shit I've done before. I did a ropes course at college and for a work thing I did. So I'm high ropes qualified anyway. So I just do it all. I'm like, yeah.
Who do you think's better at swinging in trees? A ropes course guy or an actual primate taken from the rainforest?
Well, fortunately, we've got a guy here who's both, so we're okay. We don't need to answer that question. Right, gentlemen, let us move back to the actual idiocy at hand. I gotta post the goddamn image again. That didn't work. It didn't work.
What's this?
There we go. Right, gentlemen. So, next seat. Oh, for fuck's sake. Between Lehman Russ and Magnus the Red.
We got another situation.
Moving. So, I think your best bet here is to pick a side. Unfortunately for you, it's going to go badly either whichever side you choose. It's going to be the fucking burning of Prospero 2.0, and it's over your seat. So,
so now, is this like Demon Magnus or Heresy Magnus?
I don't think it matters. Honestly, functionally, I really doubt there's too much difference. Either way, the fucking furry is jumping over the seat and squishing you.
Yeah, depending on which side you ally with, you choose your death by the other side. And personally,
Exactly.
I'm gonna ally with Lehman Russ because Magnus will just evaporate me. Painless, nothing.
Magnus is way more reasonable than Lehman Russ. Lehman is actually a fucking lunatic. Well, here's the thing. So Lehman Russ, we take the piss out of Lehman Russ a lot, but in most of the lore, Lehman Russ is actually a relatively reasonable man. It's just whenever Magnus is involved, he becomes Captain Unreasonable. And Magnus is very much involved. And this is the thing, that Magnus is like mostly reasonable all the time as well. But when Lehman Russ becomes involved, he becomes unreasonable. So it's like,
See, I'm personally going to go with Magnus because if Magnus kills you, if Magnus kills, if Lehman Russ kills you, it'll at least be somewhat reasonably clean or like easy.
At least
if
quick.
Magnus decides to, he can turn you into the fucking pale man from Pan's Labyrinth for shits and gigs.
Yeah, that's true.
Do you know who I'm fucking talking about?
Yeah.
Right, this fucking guy.
Yum.
To be fair, there is an alternate path. You could attempt to play middleman between the two,
What, the mediator?
purely to avoid physical conflict.
I don't think anyone actually tried that before doing Prospero, so, you know what, fair enough.
Just some guys, like, both sides are about to meet. There's like a guy in a referee outfit. Time! You two need to sort this all out right now. Otherwise, the whole thing's off and we're going home. I will turn this Blackstone fortress around.
Yeah. That's. I think I would still side with Magnus, to be honest. I mean, I'd rather not have a third, a fourth, and a fifth extra ass wiping arm. So,
to be fair, you might also just, like, I think it's sitting in this seat, there is a decent chance you'll just have a nosebleed at the very least. From either A, the smell of Lehman Russ, or B, Magnus's psychic might.
I mean, leading up to this point, you've had to smell the Homunculaba and the Beast of Nurgle. I'm sure Lehman Russ is probably bad on his own, but versus those two, I genuinely think he probably just smells like cattle.
Well, no. I think there's actually a bit of an inverse problem, because Miod is so terribly potent, I think he just smells like pure antiseptic. Like nose hair burning. Like your face shrinks up like you smell a lemon when you sniff this guy.
Medical alcohol, yeah.
well, okay, it's probably the type of mead that the Lehman Russ drinks, you know, that's totally fair, actually. That shit is... That shit will fuck you up.
That's 201% isopropyl alcohol.
It'll turn you blind fries over.
You literally want me to feel the left side of your body. Like the air will be full of that much numbing agent.
Right, let's move on to number 20, which is Abaddon. Abaddon, I mean, it's fun. I want to have nice things to say about Abaddon, but there's nothing nice to say about Abaddon.
He's a fun one.
I've sort of put myself in a position where, just because I take the piss out of it a lot now, where I can't think about Abaddon without thinking about how he is in the opening of the Talons of Horus book, where he like has a complete character rewrite almost overnight, where he goes from being this man who lives for nothing but the thrill of combat to some hermit or wizard brewing antifreeze fucking alcohol in a barrel, in the ass end of Timbuktu. He just, it's just, I don't know, I just think Abaddon's weird. And then occasionally I think of Abaddon from that one Trazyn, what was it called? What's the animated series
Hammer and
1
Bolter.
plus, the one that looks like ass?
Hammer and
Hammer
Bolter.
and Bolter.
Hammer and Bolter, yeah. Abaddon in that is just like Saturday morning cartoon villain turned up to 11.
It's still better than Lucius the Eternal, to be fair.
Yeah, but at least you can take the piss out of Lucius the Eternal.
Yeah,
Didn't he get Hammer and Bolter as well?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. His Hammer and Bolter one is like god fucking awful.
Yeah.
I thought people enjoyed that one. I haven't seen it myself, so
It's
Some people-
entertaining if you don't know who he is or what he's about.
I'm going to be honest. The Hammer and Bolter stuff, I can't watch it for the same reason that I can't watch that fucking when they try to do the Berserk with the fucking awful ass 3D. You know the one?
yeah, Berserk 2016.
Let me get the GIF.
Like Hammer and Bolter is like looks worse than that, and that is hard.
I'm gonna give Hammer and Bolter some cred. I think it's a style choice. It's not great, but I mean, I do like the episode about the
Hey, there you go.
the fucking Death Guard, the Death Guard Marines who are like corrupting that Astronomicon I think, or not the Astronomicon, but like a thingamabob, and to set like a psychic plague or some kind. It's like it has moments where like the animation like actually like fits perfectly the style of 40K, and others where it just really falls flat.
Well, it's hard. I mean, that's the thing that no disrespect to. I mean, firstly, no disrespect to Aaron, but no disrespect to anyone who does Nurgle stuff. But Nurgle aesthetics play really, really, really well into Nurgle models, Nurgle art. It all plays really, really, really well into stuff that just looks wrong.
Yeah.
Whether it's a paint job that's covered in Agrak's Earthshade or artwork that looks just deep fried, it plays into that Nurgle aesthetic. But when you see like Hammer and Bolter, it's like, oh yeah, there's Acadian. It's like, wow, Acadian looks like shit. I mean, I'm grateful that they're doing the animations. I mean, but then we get into the whole conversation about Warhammer Plus being a fucking ripoff and not worth the money. But that's a whole different conversation, right? Like, I appreciate that they're making stuff. It's just like the stuff they're making kind of sucks. It's just unfortunate. And actually, I say that the Tithe series is really fucking good. But I was watching the rewatching the Tithes episode with the Orcs and the Aeronautica guys and the Kazakins the other day, and I thought to myself, this shit would slap if they did one of these that was like 90 minutes long. Instead of like a bunch of 20, 30 minutes ones. Give me one that's like 90 minutes long, has a consistent story. Like, even any of the ones they've done so far that could be stretched out to have a slightly more complex plot, like the Custodian and the Sister with the Black Ships one, and the White Templars that they're starting at the end. That's really cool. That I'd love an extended version of. The one I was just talking about with the Kazakins and the Cadians and the Commissar, that one would be even better as like a feature-length thing, The animation for them all is really good. It just seems crazy to me that Warhammer Plus can host, was it Hammer and Bolter and that on the same platform? Be like, here's the animations we're offering. It's like, you want to watch Ed, and Eddie, or do you want to watch some shit on Newgrounds? It's like, okay.
See, I would love a Warhammer equivalent to like Love, Death Plus Robots, where it's just Warhammer, like different POVs across the universe.
Literally. Oh, you mean like an anthology series? Yeah, well, I mean that's kind of what Tithes is. It's an anthology series of different things happening to different people in different places.
Yes, fair. That's why it's quite good, I think, having it in those short snippets, or shorter versions,
or telling more stories. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I get that. I think that's fair. I think I'm not trying to be too harsh on Tithes. I really like it. I would love a full length like film in that style, because it reminds me of the animated Resident Evil movies. They were all just slop, but they're so much fun from start to finish.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
So I remember the first time we were watching Tithes, Croc, I think Val was streaming it, and me and Croc were there and some other people. And we're on one of the space marines at the Salamander and the Ultramarine?
Yeah. Oh, the Ultramarine Apothecary, yeah.
Yeah, and Croc the whole time was asking me, because I hadn't watched it before, I was like, what's his name? What's the Salamander's name, Aaron? What's his name? I don't know. And he said, I am Sarkhan. And Croc went, he's not! And he left. He just wanted to go to bed. Quite glorious, to be fair. But
yeah. A very cool character, Sarkhan. I think that I would really, really like to see his character developed more, because he's been in 2 separate things now, and there's obviously room for a third and so on. Like, how in some ways there are various, so we all have different characters we look at and go, that's the main character of this. Like, in a lot of ways, people see Gilliman that way. In a lot of ways, the Horus Heresy, people see Garviel Loken that way, and it's various people at different places and such get that main character energy for short periods in time. I would be really happy to see a wider story with Sarkhan involved and the Salamanders in general. He's a very cool character, and I feel like as far as all these animated things for 40K go, he has by far the most interesting development going on.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. And pitting him against the Necrons is something I'm very happy with as well, because the Necrons, I feel like, as villains, don't get enough representation outside of like the big ones. But to see is it Xeris the Illuminator? That's the guy?
Yes, Mr. Mad Scientist himself.
Yeah, he is really cool. He is really, 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 really cool because we have so much stuff with, like, we talk about Fabius Bile, Fabulous Bill, and Belisarius Cole, and how these guys are sort of at each other's throats, kind of rivals and competitors. And then you obviously as well have the comparison between Cole and Trazyn, where these guys have interacted as well during the last Black Crusade. But like, I would love an interaction with Xeris and Cole. I feel like those two would be a much more interesting, would have a much more interesting sort of verbal jousting match than any of the other sort of combinations there, right? But yeah, it's fun. It's interesting. We've gone off topic again. Which seat were we on?
Abaddon the Despoiler.
Abaddon the Despoiler.
Oh, thank God we got to Abaddon and immediately started to talk about more interesting characters. Who'd have thought?
Honestly, I think Abaddon is just a complete bully. Like, the drinks cart will come, be like, oh, hey, man, you want something? Too bad. And he'll, like, eat everything in front of you. And then, like, you'll be watching a film and he'll put something else on. Or you'll be trying to sleep and he'll, like, open up a big old bag of pretzels, loudly crunch each and every individual one.
Mouth open the whole time.
It's like you're sat there and you're like, oh, wow, I haven't seen this movie yet. And you put your movie on and he just, like, tells you the ending.
Yeah.
Also, to
It's
us
like-
from the last episode, I'm sorry I spoiled Pantheon for you. I'm sorry. The final season ended 2 years ago, though, so that's on you a little bit as well. Like, we're going to have to share the blame on that one, I think, to be fair. To be honest.
You turn up to your seat, he's just got Dracnia and Lent in your seat. I wouldn't touch that, man. You ain't ready for that. I wouldn't touch that one.
You plug a pair of headphones in and he slices it with the Talon of Horus. Like, what you gonna do, bro? What you gonna do? You gonna do nothing. I'm the spoiler. The War Master.
Oh my God.
I'm bigger than you. I'm better than you. Get in my belly.
He's gonna be like the Thanos from that one comic where he makes it his whole life a mission to fuck with one guy in particular.
It's fucked up. He just comes back
So
to
fucked
killed
up.
your cat. It's like, what?
Right.
I love that one little comic, right? He just gets he like fucking messages their girlfriend at one point. I'm pretty sure to break up with them.
Yeah.
Right,
For
gentlemen.
one shot.
Gentlemen,
Mhm.
gentlemen. Next up, we have the... Oh, God. To your right, you have Castle the Mad. And to Castle's right, there's a Redemptor Dreadnought. So I think when we started discussing this one, we realized that this one was funny because it's kind of a double whammy. Because this one and across the row is Old One Eye. And so you're sat between the most deadly Carnifex to have ever lived and two dreadnoughts, one of whom happens to be one of the most insane dreadnoughts to have ever lived. I think Castle the Mad and Old One Eye would actually be like such a cool fucking throwdown.
Dude, yeah. That'd be sick. Sad that will never happen. R.I.P. Kaysor.
I love how Castor is characterized because he's obviously like fallen to the Black Rage, but his Black Rage isn't like the screaming Horus Black Rage. It's more.
He thinks that he's at the Siege of Terra.
Well, he talks so verbosely.
Yeah, and in third person.
And in the third person, yeah. He talks so verbosely. He's very fun, you know. He's just a cool guy. He's just a cool guy.
Okay,
Is he
so
dead?
fucking yeah, he dies.
Where does he die?
I can't remember. I think he just like him and the whole rest of the squad just dies. I should know this. I love Kaysor, but Kassor, I can't. But he's so tragic because he knows he's insane. He understands that he's crazy, And he still goes, well, this is my lot in life. I guess I'm just gonna vibe with this.
Oh, he dies during one
Spoilers.
of the. We already said he's died. All right, well, shit. This is book came from like fucking or whatever. I've already got someone fucking trying to kill me over spoiling Pantheon, but shit. He does get killed by a Tyrannid. I'll say that much. He does get killed by a Tyrannid. So the idea of like Castor and Old One Eye isn't like the most weird thing possible.
Well, no.
You just see them lock in the middle of the aisle, start rolling down.
I mean, with the shit that's going on in this fucking airplane, it's like the least of everyone's worries. I think. But yeah, no, this is another situation where you're probably best off hiding in the toilet or something. Or
well, I think that's the one thing you can't do on this boat. Like, you think, put it this way: like, if in any one of these seats you've got one, at most two problems. But there's a lot of seats on this boat. So if you go to the bathroom and you just lock yourself in there, that two becomes a much larger number. What's worse than having, I don't know, fucking Rogel Dawn and Perturabo both knocking on the door? I'll tell you what's worse. Having Rogel Dawn, Perturabo, a fucking Tyrannid, several Dreadnoughts, Abaddon the Despoiler, and a Beast of Nurgle all knocking on the door as well. It's like, I think trying to lock yourself in the bathroom is like absolutely the worst decision.
You get like 30 seconds before the toilet kills you itself. It just flips you over into the septic tank or something. You know that episode of Doctor Who where it's about the space turtle and the elevator, or the floor opens in the elevator?
No,
it's fucking. We've spoken about the space turtle in Doctor Who on the podcast before, Moots. Come on, man.
The turtle. I heard something toilet. I was like, what?
Yes, the space toilet. No, you're talking about the one with like London on its back, right?
Yeah, the London one.
Fucking space toilet. Call that the Turdis.
For fuck's sake. Right, gentlemen.
Before we move on, I propose a minute change to the seating plan for this one, based on one singular defining thing about Kesor, is that he talks in third person. So, you put Kesor in the aisle, you in the middle, and to your right, why, it's Captain Cato Sicarius.
I don't think there's no way anyone still enjoys the Sicarius memes. There's no way.
Look, it's the 40K community. If you talk about TTS, someone's going to giggle eventually.
That is, I can't argue with that.
There is very little remaining of this dead horse, and yet I will kick the ground where it once lay.
In that case, do we put all the one eye at the window, and you get the aisle seating, so you still have to sit between Old One Eye and Kesor.
I knew a guy once who, like, unironically stood by various lore tidbits from TTS as though they were canon. Like, not even as a meme, but, like, actually stood by them. Like, the most infuriating shit known to man, honestly. There's only so many times you can listen to one man doing the Vulcan accent before you want to tear your ears off.
That was the straw that broke your back, was it, Tom?
I think so. I think maybe that's the reason why I'm not a big Vulcan fan, to be honest. I can't think of Vulcan without thinking about trauma.
TTS ruined it for me, man.
No, it wasn't TTS. I could deal with TTS. It's like, like if you like, it's like whenever Moots opens his mouth to talk about Bloodshot. Bloodshot was like this okay, kind of like fun but trashy superhero movie film with Vin Diesel. Now I can't help but sigh whenever someone brings it up.
I have a little, I don't know what to call it, a shrine to the Bloodshot movie.
Yeah, we don't need to talk about your shrine to Bloodshot.
Did I see that when I was at yours or no?
No, it's all.
He's just erected it.
Yeah, I just erected it.
Animal. Right, gentlemen, I believe that is us at the end of the plane. Shall we do some patron questions?
No. So which is the best seat? We have to choose
which is
what
the
is
best
the actual
seat?
best. I'm gonna start off. I'm gonna say it's on seat number 7. Trace in Oric and row.
Fair.
Are we talking survivability or
which one you would choose? Which one you would go for?
How about you, Tom? What are you thinking?
I mean, here's the thing. I don't feel like survivability is an option here for me. Therefore, I think that I have to go with the option that's going to grant me the most positivity on the way out.
Beast of Nogel?
No, that's not positivity. That's just he's positive, not me. And so I think I would get at least a good 45 minutes of laughs out of being between Yarrick and Margaret Gaza before one of them crumped me. So that I'm going to go with 5.
I'll probably take... I want to say... jokingly, I want to say Karl, but it's not Karl.
14 gets smothered to death by fate. Come on, you know you want it.
I'd probably
I was going to pick that if it wasn't for Trace and Oric. I'm just...
I'd probably go with Ahriman and the Calexis Assassin.
Really? Okay.
Because I feel like they're going to perfectly balance each other out while I'm going to sit there minding my own fucking business.
You're just going to vibe whilst these two assholes. Okay.
Follow-up question. Does the arm enjoy it, or does the arm loathe you for it?
The arm enjoys it.
Excellent. Okay.
So wait, Aaron's getting what? So I get crumped, Moots gets experimented on, Aaron gets butt fingered, and what happens to Krog?
Honestly, I'm taking 11 or 13. It's a coin flip between the two. 11 is functionally the safest on the plane. But, 13 will have significantly less awkward silence. You've got, a nun to your left who will, at the very worst, grill you on religious questions. And to your right, someone that will groan intermittently. But
just
they'll smell like incense.
ASMR into your ear.
Which, to be honest, I imagine a lot of the, religious stuff smells relatively alright. It's all holy incense and stuff. And holy oils.
See, now how much worse would this be? Or better, if each of the aisles was soundproof.
I mean, I'd rather them be smell-proof. There's a few things on this plane that are not scented very well.
So, soundproof with visual blockers.
So, cubicles. I mean, yeah.
No, not cubicles, lanes. So Gaza can still see Yarrick, but Gaza could not see Trazen.
I mean, if that was the case, I would try my luck with Greyfax.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I think Greyfax is really cool. I like Greyfax a lot. Would Greyfax like me? Probably not, but we'll give it a go. I think apart from that, I mean, if we were doing it for the shits, the actual shits, I honestly feel like at the start of the recording, we had it dead to rights with Be'lakor and Vashtor. I think at the back of the plane, in that little corner where Perturabo, Dawn, Be'lakor, and Vashtor exist, that's where the fucking hilarity is going to ensue.
Yeah, if I could turn off the lights and sit in pitch darkness, I'd sit next to Khan. Because Khan couldn't see me. But no one's going to go near him.
Can't space marines see in the dark, basically.
Yeah.
Those back 12 seats, you will probably die. But goddamn, will it be an interesting death?
That's though. I think I'm gonna disagree with you on that. I think the number 7 seat is probably one of the safest because you don't have anything in front of you. Fabius Bile is his fucking impregnating backpack is sort of close to you, but you got Yarrick behind you, so that's sort of safe. And I'm pretty sure Orican, with his quick saving, would keep you safe. Probably for the lulz, but
that's the way you said that about of the fucking impregnator guy from the fucking AI voice fucking bits on Instagram.
What?
The version of it's the fuck you guy. And I was like, oh, it's the impregnator guy.
The peanut snipper.
I thought it was Loyalist Space Marine. Was actually Impregnator Backpack Guy.
Yeah, I think I'll stand by that. I think Margaret Gazer and Yarrick is my pick, because that's like, you know, and his thing as well, like when they do crump you, it's not going to be a drawn out process.
No.
They're going to turn your spine into bone meal, and you're not going to feel anything, you know. But you're going to have a few like cracks on the way out, because Gaza is actually unironically hilarious. I think like part of me wants to say like Gabriel Seth number 6, because like he genuinely is like probably one of the only people on this plane who's like fully leave me the fuck alone, but he's got a drinking problem, and I don't want to be exposed to that, you know.
God, wait, what was that? What was that kid show? The really creepy straw episode where they started drinking each other. Was it Courage?
Jesus Christ!
Huh?
I know there was a Regisha episode which ended with all the hot dog people eating each other.
That was funny. No, I remember that one. But no, it was one of the old school ones where people started like drinking each other like with straws.
I'm not
Oh no,
Googling
you
that.
just awakened something dark. I vaguely remember that.
Yeah.
I vaguely remember the psychic damage it dealt to me as a child.
I want to say it's Courage the Cowardly Dog, but it could also be something like not regular show.
Well, I've googled it and nothing's come up, so maybe you guys are just sharing a fever dream.
Maybe.
I'll tell you what. Since we're on the topic, I'll tell you what cartoon fucked me up like really, really bad. There was one episode of the Powerpuff Girls where for some reason the mayor had like this weird thing going on with this. I can't remember the whole thing, but he had like this weird thing going on with his teeth. Maybe it was somebody else. Oh, that was it. Yeah, there was a character called like the Head Sucker. And it was this dude that had like leech teeth for like a mouth.
Ooh.
And he would just like latch onto people's heads with his teeth.
No bueno.
And I remember as a kid, that shit just fucked me up, because there was a bit. I think I have this vague memory of a bit near the end where like the mayor had like circular teeth marks in his head. Right, this episode's a bit weird. Let's move on to the Patreon questions.
Patreon questions.
Yeah, I'm going to apologize to the audience for such a strange one. Which I see you've plucked out the Patreon questions. Thank you.
No worries.
So, first patron question. This comes from Mitch. Mitch asks, with the new releases of the Emperor's Children range, we will most likely get a reunited Rabute and Lion to defeat Fulgrim. How would you like this interaction to go? Or are you like me and wish it doesn't happen and Rabute figured it out himself? I'm not sure what you're suggesting or implying Rabute figures out, but I don't think Rabute is going to meet Fulgrim. I don't think the Lion is going to meet Fulgrim. I think if Fulgrim interacts with a Loyalist Primarch, it'll be in like 6 to 9 months from now when they reveal that Lehman Russ is coming back.
You think that's going to happen so soon after Lion?
Yeah, because they're picking up everything that GW is doing in regards to releases is picking up speed. It'll be maybe a year tops, but the next thing they'll release Primarch wise will be Lehman Russ, and I'd also be willing to bet that after that happens, Lehman Russ will reunite with the Lion before the Lion or Lehman reunite with Gilliman. But that's a game theory. But that's just me. That's just me. But yeah, Lehman will be around in the next 9 to 12 months. And they'll make that like the next sort of big Primarch on Primarch contention, because I think they're trying to avoid kicking up the too many of the old rivalries from the Horus Heresy and Great Crusade era to show you new interactions. For example, bringing Fulgrim back and having Fulgrim meet Guilliman is like, it's just rehashing the fight that put Guilliman in the fucking baby stroller in the first place.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know, whereas if you explored Lehman having an interaction with Fulgrim instead, that's new ground. That's something interesting that people haven't really seen all that much of before. So I think
is
that
it like Lion and Angron?
Well, exactly, yeah, or Guilliman and Mortarion, you know.
Yeah.
So, and I think that's the theme that they're going with. See, I think Lehman will come back, Lehman will interact with Fulgrim, and then we'll see what happens from there.
Now, here's my hot take, and for anyone who knows my work, you're sure to have seen this one coming. It's of course going to be Clone Grim who meets Fulgrim. So I look forward to that. He's out of the Pokeball. He's out of the museum.
Is he canonically out or no?
No.
No, I didn't think he was. No,
Although I love the comments both on the original post and on the videos asking, "Is this canon to the comic I made?" And it's like, God, I wish.
God, I wish. I'm calling it now.
yeah. I mean, if I could pretty much predict the what was it, the 10th edition trailer with that fucking Reboot Day comic, maybe I predicted it again. Let's see.
No, see,
That's fair.
I don't care about none of that nerd shit. I want unabated, pure, wet, sloppy violence. Pure, just fucking fisticuffs, planet-cracking levels of fucking hoedown. I want what the Angron versus the Lion fight should have been, instead of Angron being like, "Oh no, oh Mr. Lion, you're so scary. You have the and you're parrying all my attacks. Oh no." I want blood. I want to kill.
Oh my goodness.
My thoughts are, exactly what that guy fucking said, actually. He fucking gets it. Unlike these other two fucking nerds. Yeah, no, fair enough.
Very cool. Right, moving on. So the next patron question is from Alternate Ultima, and Alternate Ultima asks, personal favorite Dreadnought pattern, bracket heresy or otherwise. So all Dreadnought patterns.
Deradeo, baby, let's go.
Your favorite Dreadnought is not the Deradeo.
Give me the fucking speedboat or give me death, dude.
You don't even own a Deradeo.
Yeah, I do.
Do you?
He's sat up there with his twin fucking plasma coverings, yeah.
I can't remember you ever talking to me about the Deradeo before.
I love the Deradeo.
I love the Deradeo. I mean, I love all the Dreadnoughts, to be fair. Alright, that's fair.
This is a character development. I like seeing it.
So it's either the Deradeo or the very, very funny Mark 1 Siege Dreadnought, which had all the fucking weapons in the world. You could
Mark
put it on.
1? Do you mean the Mark 4? You mean the Mark 4?
Mark 4, so that's the one. I thought that it was the first of the Siege Dreadnoughts, is why I said Mark 1. But
you mean the one that was made that was popularized during when Badab was like the current thing with the big Infernus cannon and such.
Yeah, with all you put all the fucking options on it. Like
very cool.
The big Aquila gravity hammer, what the fuck it was called? Siege hammer.
The
the fucking thing.
What was it called? Siege? It wasn't a siege hammer? It wasn't a thunder hammer. It's just a massive hydraulic fucking pump.
Yes.
Ostensibly.
Yeah, it's one of those two. Probably the Deradeo more so, but one of those two.
That's fair. They're both great picks. I mean, I honestly don't think there are any bad picks with Dreadnoughts, to be honest.
What's the ranged Redemptor one called?
The Ballistas.
That is a bad pick in my take, but otherwise, yeah.
Well, I remember we did our Dreadnought tier list. That was like the only one that ended up at the bottom, to be fair.
Oh shit! Yo, boys, I can see a cat fight happening on the shed out my window.
Oh,
yo,
cat fight.
It's Simba versus Monty, dude.
Simba versus Monty.
Simba.
Long live the king.
Right, gentlemen, Dreadnoughts.
Leviathans.
Oh, really? Just the Leviathan? That's fair.
love the Leviathan. The Leviathan goes incredibly hard. I mean, I still haven't constructed my Leviathan, but it's like the box is sitting there. It's just waiting to be constructed, and I'm just like, ooh. But I want more bits and bobs for my Iron Gorgers army, and since that package that Tom sent fucking disappeared into the ether, I'm just like,
Did you get your money back for that one yet?
Nope.
Bruh.
Excellent.
What about you,
it's somewhere.
So, I love all dreadnoughts equally, but if we're going purely by numbers, and numbers alone, it has to be the Contemptor. I own over 10.
Oh my god. What?
Super shut up. You've got your little Legions Imperialis counting, you loser.
I own 2 regular sized Contemptors, and then like 10 epic scale ones.
That's fair. I think.
Wait. 2, 4, 6.
Based on a similar metric,
I own 12 epic scale Contemptors.
Based on a similar metric, I should say Contemptor, because over the years I've owned 5 full-size Contemptors.
Oh damn.
However, I was like, I spent ages going ages without ever owning the Venerable Boxnaut. And you know when you hold a model in your hand, right? You feel its weight, you get to look at it, you get to yada yada. No dreadnought fills me with as much joy when I'm holding it as when I'm holding a Venerable Dreadnought.
Big up Ramses, dude.
The little Boxnaut, yeah. Those, there's just something about them. They're just the right size. They're just the right everything, you know. I've had 2 Leviathans, 1 billion Contemptors. I've never had a Deredeo, though.
He's a fun guy.
I own 8.
You know.
You only get one if you're playing Heresy, to be fair.
But yeah, it's, I think, just the regular Boxnaut, man. Iconic for a reason, but they still hold up to this day. You know, I've got a Siege Boxnaut, the same variant you were talking about a moment ago, the Mark IV Siege Dreadnought floating around somewhere. I've got a Siege Drill and an Infernus cannon on it. They're very cool. But yeah, I just think the classic Venerable Dreadnought, I just think it's sick. Just like them. So yeah. Right, gentlemen. And with that, we can draw this episode to a close. So,
Tom, you never answered the question. Would you prefer one that likes it or hates it?
What, the butt fucking wiping?
The extra hand, yeah.
Call it handy.
Is him? I'm gendering the hand. Is the
Same gender as you, man.
Sure. Is, when you say likes it, can you elaborate on where that joy is? What part of the joy is coming from? Like, what kind of joy is it?
It enjoys it in a bit too much. Just imagine that it's
let me ask you a different question. Is the enjoyment platonic? Because this is going to change. This is what's going to define my answer.
It's almost platonic. But there's
So
just
it's
a little
not
something.
But the other option is one that's going to wipe you so red raw it's aching for weeks.
Yeah, well, I can stand up. I can stand up.
Can you?
Yeah. Well, he's not taking my legs as well, is he? I get to the bathroom, I sit down, want my legs go missing, and I sprout a third arm built to wipe my ass. I think, a bit based on the fact that it's more than platonic, I'm going to have to go with dislikes it. If it was platonic, sure, I could bear it, but if it's more than platonic, I'm fucking out. That's not me.
Pain,
I'll take the pain. The choice is, we're talking about, there's a difference. Like, pain is one thing, but the alternative is violation. And frankly, boys, I don't consent.
To be fair, either way, you're gonna have to come to terms with it eventually. So if you think in the long run, it's better to have something that enjoys its job and you just gotta get over that hurdle than to have a raw ass every time you take a shit.
Well, either I go to the therapist and I say I got violently beaten up by a warp entity, or I go to the therapist and I say I got fingered by a warp entity. I'm afraid one of those is going to be a lot easier of a conversation to have.
I feel like that's much more of a marriage counsellor sort of deal than a therapist, to be fair.
Anyways, I'm going to go drink some bleach. we're going to bring this episode to a close. Thank you all very much for watching this absolute awfulness. Yeah.
Wait till
See
you
ya.
hear the bit about the matcha shits, dude.
I'm not listening. I'm not even listening. I'm not listening. I'll listen to it when we go. I'll listen to the episode when it goes live. I'll find out then. Fuck it. Right. Take it easy, everyone. Goodbye.
No.